Well, hey everyone, and welcome. I'm your friend Art of Mana, and let's dive into the 716th stream where we're going fishing, and we're going to be hanging out on Isle Mana, doing a little bit of the casting and reeling, and hopefully getting some lunkers. Is that the right terminology? I don't really fish, so I don't know. Anyway, Harem, it's good to see you, my friend. Thanks for being here. This is the first morning mana stream, that's what we used to call this, in a long while, so I don't really remember what I'm doing. It's so strange to be live at this time, and this room is so much more full of light. I actually opened a couple of the blinds so you can see a little bit of the light on my shoulder here, and I do have obviously some of the LED lighting on too, but it just feels so different. It's really strange. Last night I was a guest on Dark Solid X's stream. I'll talk a little bit about that in a moment. I did, however, want to mention, of course, we did not stream on Thursday. That was unexpected. I wanted to just touch base and really quickly let you know that my friend, I posted about this, my friend had a very close personal loss in his family. And I just wanted to be available if need be on that day. And so I took that time off, and I know you all understand. It's funny to me how guilty I felt for doing that. But at the same time, I knew it was the right thing to do, regardless of if, we actually spent time together or not, if he needed me or not. I needed to make sure that I was open and available, because when I do go live, another aspect of this is not just the fact that I'm live, but I'm using my phone. I use my phone as my camera right now, and it's a better quality camera than anything else I have and can use, but it also means I don't have access to my phone. I can't make calls or texts, so I even furthermore put this phone on Do Not Disturb mode. If someone's trying to reach me, they can't. It's maybe not the ideal solution. I probably should get a different setup at some point, but I just wanted to share that little bit. Last night, I ended up, like I said, being a guest on Dark Solid X's stream. It was a lot of fun. He is a really cool guy. I've had the pleasure of meeting up with him in person, as a matter of fact, IRL at one of the, or in fact, the first Mana meetup, and that was super cool. Aaron is back. Welcome. I was sharing all kinds of stuff, and you probably missed it, but that's okay. This is more for a record for anyone on the VOD then. But Dark Solid X and I, later joined by Scooter102089, ended up playing some Street Fighter, which was a lot of fun. I hadn't played Street Fighter in a while. We actually played both. In fact, excuse me. We only played from the 30th anniversary collection.
Thanks for hosting.
Thanks so much for that, host Aram. I do appreciate that. And yes, we ended up playing from the 30th anniversary collection on the Switch, which was really cool. It had 4 games that we could play online, and it was, if I can remember, it's Street Fighter 2 dash hyper fighting, I think is what they call it. It's the one that has the little hyphen next to the name, and it's bizarre to me, but there is an official naming convention for that particular game. Let me actually see if I can find it. Street Fighter, I think it's dash hyper fighting. Is that what it? Let me look. Street Fighter 2. How do they propose we say this? Yeah, Street Fighter 2 dash. Oh, it's Street Fighter 2 dash Turbo in Japan, and here it's Street Fighter 2. I suppose you could say dash still, maybe. It's not super clear to me. We'll say you can say dash again, but Street Fighter 2 dash hyper fighting. Anyway, that game, Turbo hyper fighting. I don't even know. Street Fighter 2 had the weirdest naming conventions, and then there was Street Fighter, Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, I think. Street Fighter 3 Alpha and Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, or Third Strike Street Fighter 3 something more. there's more words after that. Oh my gosh, Street Fighter and their naming conventions. Come on. I can't remember. Anyway, so we played that, and that was fun. And I did want to show, because I was not using. Yes, Harem, awesome. I'm at that same point in Metroid Dread as well. So I'm excited. I'm actually right there. I have not actually beaten the game yet, but that's exciting. I need to get back and do it, but I lost all my muscle memory when my Switch died, because my fan went out on my Switch, if you weren't aware. So anyway, but I wanted to show you this really quickly. This is the controller I used. I couldn't show it last night because obviously I wasn't on camera. It was on Dark Solid X's stream. We had been planning some collaborations for a while. I've actually been trying to reach out to people and letting them know that I'm available for collaborations, because I want to do more of that this year. But anyway, this is the controller. This is what I was using, and boy, look at that glossiness! Wow, that's a glossy controller. Kind of knew that was going to be the case. Anyway, there you go. Now you can see a little bit better there. It is a Bluetooth wireless Sega Saturn controller. Pretty cool, actually. Very light, unexpectedly light. It is by a Retrobit. It does have a micro USB charging port. It does work with the Switch. It works with PC. It works with a few other things as well. I do like that they put the home button and the picture button there for use with the Switch. I think that was really the primary objective there. This is the controller I'll probably use for my Sega Genesis Online play, because the 6-button layout is really good. It is not a Genesis controller, but it is very close to the 6-button Genesis controller. It's an evolution of it, and it's pretty cool. It doesn't have turbo, so not so good, Harem says. Exactly. But it does have a really nice D-pad. It's actually really quality. It feels really good. It's that standard Genesis 6-button D-pad, which is it's a very good size, and it has a really good pivot to it. I don't know if you can quite tell, but see, it sort of pivots on a center point, and it's really nice. So you totally took advantage of turbo on your wireless controller while playing Metroid. Nice. That's probably helpful, I would imagine. But one thing is, I've never owned a Saturn, and I've rarely played one, and I was really surprised to see all of the... Oh gosh, look at all the fingerprints and dust. Such a magnet. I was charging it last night, so it got all this dust on there. But, and the mold's decent. You can kind of see it's not perfect. I don't know if it is quite like the original, but do you see all of the little button, or the what is it, embossed guide? So you've got like a rewind and fast forward, or next and back, and then you've got a repeat, a stop, a pause button, pause and play. I know that surprised me. I never really noticed that before. So anyways, but yes, so that's the controller I used. It does have Sega seal of approval on the back there, Retrobit and Sega, made in China. So that's the controller. It's got a nice little texture on the back. While we were playing, I ended up sharing this story that I wanted to repeat here because I thought it was kind of funny. We were talking about how early on in fighting games, we would hear, go for broke, and a few, or I can't remember if it was Solid or Scooter were saying that they didn't really know what that meant, until it was like, sort of like in gambling, go for broke, put your all in, give it your all, give it your best. And that's where the idiom, I think, comes from. Anyways, I said I used to have this little plastic and metal airplane. It was like the Hot Wheels cars, die cast. And on the top there, in big bold letters, it proclaimed, "Go for break," which just always cracks me up. I used to fly that around the house. Go for break. So anyways, so that's that. But let's dive into this, shall we? And I guess for right now, I'm gonna do a little bit of just clearing up, I suppose. until folks want to join me on my island. I'm not really dressed for fishing, actually. Let's start there. Let's put our shovel away, and let's go ahead and change outfits. Bad part about, let's see. Oh, bad part about using turbo is you're not going to get to charge for your normal blaster. That's definitely a disadvantage, especially late game. Charging for your blaster in Metroid Dread is very important. So what do you think of the game so far? You've played as much as I have now. What is something you love about it? What's something that maybe you're not sure about? Metroid Dread, seriously, it if you haven't played it, it's a good one. I know a lot of people have been talking about Game of the Year, and I believe it won both Nintendo Game of the Year and something else like Action Platformer of the Year for the Game Awards. I don't put a whole heck of a lot of stock into award shows. You know, I like what I like, but I did find that interesting. Let's see. Ski pants. You're enjoying it, but you struggle to keep the speed boost. Oh, yeah, Harem, I struggled with that as well. Still struggle, I suppose, with that. Yeah, the speed boost is tough because you have to have a clear path, and I believe you can jump with it, but I have not been able to successfully pull that off. I always lose it, and there are a few places where I need to be able to use it, and I can't. So, or at least I assume I need to be able to use it, because it looks like an area where I should be able to speed boost into something, and I can't get to that area. So I know I'm going to be playing a lot more. I know a lot of people were also not complaining, but disappointed that there isn't a representation of that game at the Games Done Quick this year, or at least this season. So disappointing for sure. It's definitely a game that I would love to see speedrun, but I guess not yet. Not yet. Although there are speedrunners out there, just not at Games Done Quick. But that's where I see most of my speedruns anyways. Let me decide here. I want to wear something else. Maybe we'll just put on a nice knit cap. Unless I have a good fishing cap. I don't really have a good fishing cap. A cycling cap, but that's not quite what I'm looking for. If you hit... Oh, okay. You can jump. It doesn't last long. And if you hit down on the left analog when you reach the max boost, then you can hit up and you'll be able to zoom straight up. Yes, yes. Down on the left analog when you're at max boost. Down, crouch down, and then hit up and you can zoom straight up. That is a fun maneuver. I do enjoy that. I did that a few times. And yeah, it's a good feeling, right? It's like, yeah, I'm so powerful. But you played a lot of Super Metroid and some of the other Metroid games, right, Harem? You had to watch some YouTube videos on it. Honestly, I might have to do that for the final boss because I've tried it several times, and whew Nelly. So, yeah, you've inspired me though. Tonight might be the night. I don't know. We'll see. So, ooh, what's this? A sports cap. That might actually work. I kind of like that. Okay, I need to get rid of these right here. And then let's put on some of my usual glasses. There we go. And I suppose our obligatory fishing pouch. Let's see. Where is it? There it is. Tackle bag. Right there. Tackle bag. Okay. I wonder what shoes I could wear. I almost want to switch it up and have something with some red in it to match my hat. You know, got to be stylish as we're fishing, you know. Or just boots. Boots would actually be better, come to think of it. Yeah. Some steel-toed boots. Maybe not steel-toed. We don't need steel-toed. We need waders, you know? Waders. I could always go with some red boots like that. Look how stylish I am now, huh? But that's not really right either, because we should actually have our pants tucked in if we're fishing. That would be a lot better. So let's do this. I'm putting a lot of thought into this, you know what I mean? I could just go with some black boots there, rain boots. I guess that'll work. And let's change our pants here. That works. I kind of like that. What does that look like? That works too. Cropped pants. That'd be a little bit funny though. I could always do that. I'm not gonna do that. Well, some there. You know what? I never wear any kind of camo. Not really a big fan, but I think maybe we'll do that. I kind of dig that. We'll do that. Okay, done. It's a little outside the norm for me, so. I have not yet seen Boba Fett. I actually am still working through the Marvel Cinematic Universe right now, so I've been a little behind. And it's on my watch list. Believe me, I'm definitely gonna watch it. This isn't maybe quite the right time yet, but I will. I also wouldn't mind having a few more episodes already released, so I can just kind of binge them a little more. I do want to watch that. I've been watching all the way through everything that's on Disney Plus, so that's unfortunately not including. Oh, that was really nice. Not including the Spider-Man films, but I am watching all of the movies and shows in phase order, like how they actually put them out on Disney Plus. And so I'm right now on What If, which I never finished. I did finally watch Black Widow. Never had seen that. And then I believe next is the Hawkeye series, which I have not seen. So Lopez says or writes to us, Mana, you know how to write a great letter to a friend. Just be straightforward. Tell them all the things you like about them that would be too awkward to say in real life. You're welcome. Your mentor, Lopez. I think Lopez is fishing for some compliments, which is appropriate because we too will be doing some fishing. CJ over there. You are going to watch it after you rewatch all of The Mandalorian. Nice. Yeah. No, I think that makes sense. And I actually had started The Mandalorian with Ms. Mana. I probably should finish that with her too, just for fun before I start this. But okay. There's our 300 bonus miles there. I like that. Sign off. Well, Harem, gosh, I know I haven't streamed at this time in a while, and I'm glad that I could be here for. Oh, and Mitron is here. I'm so sorry I missed that. Mitron, if you're still here and around, I'm so sorry I missed saying hello to you there. So yeah, heyo, indeed. I've got a few things to take care of in my pockets here. I am totally down if anyone would like to join me on the island here. Otherwise, for the first little bit here, I'm just kind of focusing on cleaning up and doing some daily stuff. First time I've logged in today, so. Mike Tron, is this a better time for you in the morning, by the way? It's really strange. I have not streamed this early in a long time, but if you recall, when I started streaming, I know Harem remembers this, this was my usual stream time on Fridays. I had a lot of folks who joined me while they were at work, you know, and a few friends that were already done for the weekend, if they were, say, in the UK or Europe. There's a tree that's growing right there. That's a bell tree. I've got this whole area set up where I'm going to make my orchard. I've got a bunch of flowers off to the side that are going to be changing homes. I'm really excited how this island's going to shape up. My last stream was all Happy Home Paradise, but this is going to be a fishing stream. I believe my next Animal Crossing stream, if I haven't already made some progress on this area, it's going to be working on the orchard and some of the farms. So that's going to be on my east coast of my island. I don't think anyone saw this, though. I'm not sure if anyone actually saw me work on this part. I can't remember if I finished this up on Tuesday or not, but yeah, this whole area with all of the open field, this has been great for snowboys. I've been making a lot of snowboys, actually, so that's been good. But yeah, that's good. So there we go. Now we've got a few things right there. And let's see here. Better report. Hello, welcome on in. I'll tell you what, I see your message. It did get auto-modded, and it did get auto-modded for a reason. This is a family-friendly E for Everyone stream. I do take language very serious. Oh, harem, no. Oh, harem. Wait a minute. Blocked? Oh, did you block that? Gotcha. You added a blocked term. Awesome. Very good. Thank you very much. But yes. I thought you were approving or unblocking it, and I was going to be like, no. You denied it. Yeah. Cool. Very good. But yeah, we do keep this family friendly and appropriate for everyone. So please do keep it as such. Otherwise, make yourself at home. You're welcome to be here. And then let's see here. I remember because Wolfie raided you a few times. That's right. We did meet through Wolfstorm. Rain. Gosh, I'm getting the two combinations of their name mixed up. Make It Rain. There we go. Make It Rain and Wolfstorm. Yeah, I think it was Make It Rain. Make It Rain and Wolfstorm. That makes sense. I wonder how they're doing. And Essie, right? Essie? That's all I can recall at the moment. SD, of course. SD. Boy, it's been a long time. Ooh, we got a gyroid fragment. Always like when that happens. Oh, but my pockets are full. Okay, we'll drop it for a second. I might have enough room for this. There we go. I really am happy that you can use these right here. It's really nice. That is a definite improvement. By the way, I got a Dreamy Unicorn toy, which I know Mana Sprout's going to love. Round light fixture, compact kitchen. Those were all from the Happy Home Paradise store. Hey, one thing I can tell you right now is I feel a lot more alert at this time in the morning. Like my words are not as jumbled and mixed up. That's a bonus, right? If I say it now, I'm going to mess up my words next, but... So far, stream of consciousness chatting is a little easier. So Saturday morning win, I guess? Alright. Have you been playing any Animal Crossing, Harem, yourself? Or has it been strictly Metroid since you got that? I kind of want to get that butterfly right there, so I'll get it. Oh, or I'll miss. There we go. Swing and a miss. You don't have it. Okay, no worries. I was just curious. Yeah, it's a fun game. I do enjoy it. I recommend it, but I also know that it's not for everyone. It's very much an experience type game. If you're not really into it, or you don't really like the look of it, I can get it. Last stream, I was actually approaching a topic, which I didn't quite get to, and I might as well share now, but I was interested by something where, what is this? I think I can play it because I share One High's game library. Oh no. He felt guilty with having my Steam library. Oh my gosh. Ah. Oh, that's funny. So, anyways, last stream I was talking about streaming in general and some things on Twitter I had read, which really fascinating. I actually had a couple of tweets pop up around the same topic, and it it connected with me. I definitely felt like I knew what was being said. What is this? No
Well, hold on to your
way!
hats. We're being raided.
Oh my gosh. Yay! Oh, Manasenshi, geeks, freaks, and video games, welcome on in. Thank you so much for this raid. Maverick Senior, warning, incoming geeks. We've got the geeks right here coming on in. Thank you so much. Welcome on in. Thank you for that raid. I hope you're having a lovely morning. I am guessing you probably were hanging around in the land of Animal Crossing. Well, it's been a nice slow start to the stream, just kind of getting into things, doing a few of the little dailies and whatnot, and it's the first time I'm streaming in the morning in a while. So I'm not used to so much light in this room. I actually got some natural light. What? Manasenshi says we were playing the Boogeyman. And Mav says Manasenshi was playing a horror game. Oh my goodness. Scurry. I can't do horror games. They scare me so much. So is it a real jump scare heavy game, or like blood and gore and that kind of stuff? Or is it just gotta lighten the mood? Yeah. So after that, come here. We're going to just bang rocks with a shovel. That's what we do around here. It's part of Uri's Strange Man series. I gotta admit, I don't know anything about that. One of my best friends, he's really into horror films and whatnot. He could probably tell you all about that. He's pretty knowledgeable about what games are out there too, but not something I admit I'm familiar with. And Chrono in with a wormhole. Doesn't everything feel right with the world again, Chrono? Oh, man. Hey, well, thank you so much. And Harem, could we get a shout out for Geeks, Freaks, and Video Games? That's Mav and Manasenshi's stream right there. That would be awesome. Thank you so much for the raid, and for everyone coming in. My name is Mana. I am an E for Everyone variety streamer. Family friendly. I focus on Nintendo games, retro games on original hardware, indie titles. I've played a bunch of Animal Crossing. That is my most streamed game at this point in time. And I'm looking forward to a whole bunch more this year. Looking forward to Breath of the Wild 2. Can't wait to play that on stream. Oh man, you're absolutely welcome for that shout out. Definitely worth a follow. Family friendly, cool peeps. I need to hang out with you more. Thank you so much for that raid. If there's anything else that I've missed or anything you want to add, Maverick, it could be put in for posterity here. Just drop a message in there in the chat. Self-promotion, totally fine. I totally don't mind. Anything else you want people to know, just share it right there. You're planning a 24-hour stream of Breath of the Wild. Is that on launch? You're thinking of doing that? There we go. Manasenshi says, compared to the first two games, which are the Crooked Man and the Sandman, it's less jump scary, more detective scary. Oh, you know what? That I could probably get a little bit more behind. Chrono asks if we've heard more news about Breath of the Wild 2, and as far as I know, nothing yet. Just that it is due to release this year. Oops, I didn't want to do that. Mav says, our channel is split between Manasenshi and I. We are a massively variety stream. We play almost anything but sports and racing games. Which I suppose you could argue that racing games are sports games, so sports games. You've got what you've got, you like what you like, all that good stuff, you know? Chrono says, oh, wait. Runs out of chat. Okay, all right, okay. Chrono has to get going, I guess. I would say I would like to be massively variety because I have so many games I like to play. But with such little time to play, I do admit that I often come back to a few of my and the community's favorites. And I don't know. We'll see. I'd like to do more with variety. It's hard streaming to be a variety streamer. I find a lot of times makes it a lot harder for folks to want to return because things are changing so much. Actually, that does tie in with something I wanted to just discuss really quickly. I was just about to mention a few things that were holdovers from a conversation last stream that I didn't get to and I wanted to bring up now. But first of all, Chrono parachutes into chat into a tree. Uh-oh, is he stuck? Oh no, do I need to shake you down? Here you go. I think it's this tree, right, Chrono? I'll keep working on it. Mav says, just take it slow and expand as you feel comfortable. If that means being a variety streamer, that makes sense. You don't necessarily have to do a new game every stream. It's just a matter of getting those games in, right? And Chrono falls out of the shaken tree. Off! But he is still here. That's awesome. Time zones make it hard to watch streams, Harem says. I know. Hashtag blame time zones. Which, if you use in Discord, in my Discord, it actually does give you a little message, I believe. Still, I think. Possibly. So, I don't know if anyone wanted to join me on the island for some fishing. That was the plan. But as we had sort of a slow start here, I don't really have a lot of people who have the game ready. But if you do and you would like to join me, I can open up my gates. So before that, though, I will just share the rest of my my little message there about it was hashtag blame time zones, Harem. Blame time zones. Ooh, and wait, let me concentrate for a second. I tend to forget stuff like this. Ooh, wait, perfect. 10,000 bells. Let's bury that in the hole. Boom. I am still trying to get, you know, my bell trees dug up right away. You noticed me doing that a bit. And I got a fossil there. It still works? That's awesome, Harem. What does it say? I don't even remember. It's been so long. All the bells this morning. I did put on... Oops, not enough room in my wallet. I better put a few bells away. Ooh, yeah, okay. There we go. And we'll... Oops. Use the golden axe. Just like the arcade game. To get rid of that. Even though I'm an ultra-connected manabot, I find time zones to be difficult to navigate. I can't imagine what it's like for those of you who require sleep. Oh, that's pretty clever. If I do say so myself. Man, there's so many things I've forgotten about and done. I'm proud of what I've done so far. Mav says, to give you an idea of how things are for us, Monday morning is Immortals, Phoenix Rising. That is a cool game. I want to play more of that. I did stream a little of that once, actually, or a couple times. It's a really good game. And I picked up a physical copy of that for pretty inexpensive. And now I've noticed that the full DLC bundle goes on sale quite a bit. I might actually pick that up as well. I should play more of that. Tuesday is 2-player, 1-controller Skyward Sword. That's fun. How does that work? So 2 players, 1 controller, maybe one of you with the nunchuck, one of you... Oh, excuse me, you're probably playing the Switch version. One of you with one Joy-Con, one of you with the other, I presume. Wednesday is Pokemon Diamond. I forgot you play every day. That's amazing. Pokemon Diamond, all right. That's the one that just came out, right? Or is that the original? Thursday is Persona 5. Friday is Okami. Oh, I've got to play Okami sometime. That game was really fun when I did play it. I played it on the Wii. Good choices, though. I definitely like these. Saturday is horror games. That's just this week, though. Sunday is currently Mario. Afternoon streams are me playing Dragon Quest Builders 2. Wow. Just wow. I'm really impressed. And that's how you win at streaming is you've got an amazing lineup like that. Menasenshi loves Okami. It's really cool. And I mean, if you like Zelda, of course, it's a really excellent Zelda-like game. What up, John? Imagine Mana playing a horror game. What up, John? How are you doing? Gosh, last night was fun playing Street Fighter. I wish we had a little more time to kind of coordinate so that we could have all been there, but it was fun. I don't know if you got to get in there, play a little bit with Scooter and Solid. Love to play with you. I'd love to do some collaboration or something with you sometime, One Up John. And if we could get a shout out for One Up John as well, actually. And One Up John missed, but we'll try and be there for the next one. I think that you would enjoy One Up John. If any of you like retro, One Up John is all about retro, busting out original hardware and all kinds of fun ways to actually play old retro games nowadays. Tests out new hardware, has a YouTube channel, cool stuff. One Up John's been someone I've been impressed with, and I've enjoyed seeing their streams, content, tweets for a while. So, and let's see here. I'm just gonna take a look here. Oh, before we go too much further on, I'll have to go back to a couple of comments here that I've missed. Let me make sure that I can do that. I'll actually pull those up on stream here. Yeah, maybe, possibly. Let's see. So Harem here says, I tried Builders 1, but I couldn't get into it all too much. I actually had a similar feeling. It was fun, but it wasn't quite my jam, you know? And then this is from Mav, who says, Saturdays are going to be set to horror games now. Mana Senshi is learning different horror games, which is kind of cool. And and I know that I got to get this up here. I like you as a stream, and you're old like a retro game. I believe that is directed towards me. Harem, that is funny. And we've got a new chat in here today from Game Guy 2506. Welcome on in. Apparently, we've got an Animal Crossing fan. I tell you, I am one as well. And Game Guy, the only Animal Crossing I'm missing is the original N64 one from Japan. That's really cool. I've thought about trying to collect the series myself. I've only ever played New Leaf and New Horizons. Well, and I guess Pocket Camp. And yeah, I believe that's it. But I do want to go back and try some of the old games. I've been really interested in the Wii game, which I think was Wild World, if I'm not mistaken. And I have the little Wii Speak adapter, the little microphone and speaker. I think that's what it's called, the Wii Speak. Anyway, City Folk. City Folk, that's what I meant to say. City Folk, of course. Yeah, Wild World was the DS game, if I'm not mistaken. But City Folk is one that I really do want to try. That seems fun to me. I like the look of it. Oh, nice! One Up John says, I streamed the Wii U Virtual Console version of Wild World, and it was really good. I did not realize it was on the Wii U Virtual Console, and now I'm going to have to go back and nab it. That's probably how I'll get it. I'm assuming it's kind of pricey otherwise. But I do want to play some more Animal Crossing on the stream. I put a lot of time. I actually was really happy and proud to get a DS, or actually it was a 3DS capture card. So I have a new 2DS XL with capture card that I streamed some New Leaf from. And I streamed that for like a year, well, no, about half a year before New Horizons came out. And those couple of months with New Leaf brought New Leaf up to one of my most streamed games, and then now New Horizons has surpassed everything. Oh my gosh. Are we going to be able to make a Snowboy on this tiny little area? I doubt it, but we're going to give it a shot. Let's see. Chrono says, I like the story in Dragon Quest Builders 2, The Conflict with Your Best Enemy, Bashing Bud. You know, I didn't pick it up because I didn't put enough effort into the first game, but I might have to try that. Yeah, let's see if we can't shoot this down, huh? Seems like that's low-hanging fruit package. That's interesting how it just popped right up there. Many people don't know it's on there, One Up John says, and I certainly didn't. And the DS Virtual Console was pretty cool. The Wii U, oh my gosh. Such an underrated system. I feel like we're going to be talking about it, and people are going to be collecting it just like the Virtual Boy. I mean, not to say that there's much comparison with the Virtual Boy other than sales. The Wii U blows the Virtual Boy out of the water for sure on every front. But I say that being a big fan of the Virtual Boy and actually having one right there. So it's not in any way meant to be casting shade. That's my Virtual Boy right there. I like the Virtual Boy. Harem's going to BRB again. No problem. No problem. That's totally fine. Let's just take a look here. Wii U hype indeed. One Up John. I agree. Wii U hype indeed. Man, it's really weird having light in this room since I'm streaming in the morning. And Game Guy says, One Up John, I tried to make YouTube content using Virtual Console, but then got bored of it. Oh, no. Well, Game Guy, welcome on in. Yeah, if you like Animal Crossing, I think you'll like it around here. We've got a lot of Animal Crossing friends and cool things. So, Mav says the second game does have a demo if you want. Maybe. I might check that out. We'll see. I don't tend to download too many demos. I don't want to clutter up my Switch demos too, but I suppose I can always delete it later. Oops, let's not do that. We're going to see if we make a perfect Snowboy up here. It's going to be tight, but we can do it. It's nice to see you bright-eyed and squirrely-eyed. Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, but now it's bright-eyed and squirrely-eyed. Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, huh? That sounds weird, too. You know what? Either way, very strange. I'm nervous here. Let's see if we can do this. Well, that's interesting. One Up John mentions that Dragon Pest... Dragon Pest. That would be a fun game, Dragon Pest. You have to go in there and, you know, it's like, all right, we're going to get the Dragon Bomb. And everybody, and we're going to wrap this house up in some plastic. We've got a Dragon Pest. Anyway. Yeah, Dragon Quest Builders 2 has online, and you can actually go and help out other friends and stuff online. That is cool, actually. Ooh, this might just be enough. Was that a perfect Snowboy? Pure snowfolk perfection. I'll take that. The demo does transfer to the full game. Oh, I do like when that happens. I do like when that happens. All right, we got a perfect Snowboy. Thank you, Chrono. That's the first time I've done a perfect Snowboy on stream, I just realized. I have terrible luck. Every time I would make a Snowboy on stream, I would fail. Every time I made it off stream, I'd get perfect Snowboys. That is worth celebrating. It's because it's earlier. That's what it is. I always make them giant but perfect, Game Guy says. I actually do like making giant ones too. I tried making a tiny one the other day though. Just for fun. Or I made a few tiny ones. I don't know. It's just another reason why this game is so good. Just little things like that. It can be fun just messing around, you know? And I know that there are strategies to make a perfect Snowboy every time, but I like the challenge of doing it freehand like that. Oh man, and then here we go. We've got Who Guru coming on in. I've gotten Snowboys down to a science now. There is a bit of a science to it, right? I mean, some of it is just eyeballing it, but there is absolutely a ratio at play, you know? It's a bit like cooking, right? You know? We need a percentage of this and a percentage of that. Put them together, and you got yourself a perfect Snowboy. Do tell everyone, what are some tips? Hey, you know what, Chrono? That's a good point. There we go. There we go. I roll the body for a certain time, the head for another, and boom. Yeah, I'm which which I gotta say, I love that because I know what you're saying,
Thank you
but
for joining the Friends of Mana.
thank you so much, Flower Girl. Welcome on in. I gotta put this up here. Who Guru. Yeah. Who Guru's got it down. That's what you gotta do. You roll the body for a certain time, the head for another, and boom. I don't know what you're doing. I mean, some of you out there just clearly you're doing your snowboys wrong. I shake trees for a bit and then I go swimming for a bit and I never make a perfect snowboy. I don't know. Who Guru's got it down. You roll one of the snowballs for a little bit and then the other for a little bit. You mash them together and bam, you've got yourself a snowboy. Sorry, I just had to laugh a little bit about that. That's pretty funny. But here we go. We do have a few more things. Let's see. Let's see here. Hold on a second. So Flower Girl coming on in. Can I join you on your island? And then oh no, you hurt yourself or I'm not sure what happened. I bashed your lips. Oof. Did you face plant or something like that? Flower Girl, just to share, I let folks that I've gotten to know a bit join me on my island. My general rule of thumb is that there's at least one stream to get to know somebody before I invite them over. Sometimes I'll make exceptions if I've really gotten to chat a bit and have gotten a really good feeling about a person, but generally speaking, I do hold that that kind of policy there. I hope you understand, but thank you so much for following. I hope that you hang out. I play a bunch of Animal Crossing. There'll be a lot more. There'll be way more. No worries. And then going back to our Snowboy deal here, I'm going to pop this up. We've got Huguru saying it's a lot less painful than the Snow family in New Leaf that was always frustrating getting the wrong snow person. Which is something I don't even think I ever got that. I always would get, just the standard top hat bingo snow people. And there we go. Oh, Flower Girl. Yeah, you know what? Okay. That's no problem. Flower Girl, I hope that you have a good rest of your day if you're still here. And if not, boy, I wish you luck. Wow, that's some interesting attitude. Just sharing for those of you who might have missed it. They basically said, if you ignore me or I can't come to your island, I'm leaving. I don't know. So, it's tough. Did they unfollow? I suppose they did, probably. But hey, I don't know. I'm not trying to ignore. I believe they did, which is sad. Yeah, I don't know. It's I can understand though feeling ignored being a tough thing. I definitely don't try to, and of course I do sometimes miss messages and things like that. But one thing I absolutely will point out is that demanding things of streamers is never a good strategy, because demanding things of anybody is never a good strategy. It's not good for anybody. And if nothing else, a nice life tip: you get more flies with honey. It's a kind of a terrible saying, because I feel like you shouldn't be good just for what you get out of it, but it certainly is true. I've noticed this. If you are kind, you go through life trying to be kind and understanding of others, you tend to just be met with more kindness than not. So, But that being said, I definitely don't want to cast aspersions towards anyone. Definitely not trying to.
Thanks.
Well,
That's
hello.
generous.
Hello, I've been gone on Animal Crossing for almost a year. I would like to ask if you can answer a few questions I have and I'll help in return.
Okay. Uh, Press Boy, hello. How are you doing? It's been a while. Welcome on in. I don't see why not. Yeah. Do recall though that I am a family-friendly variety streamer, so just please keep that in mind with everything. And sure, ask me questions. It's an Ask Me Anything tag on the stream as well. So I'll put some things away here so that I can put other stuff away. Collecting too much stuff here. And I do have a few things to share still outstanding, so I'll get to that in a bit. Mav saying some viewers think they should have control in a stream, and that is true. That's one of those things where I would say it's a failure of the fact that we don't really have Twitch etiquette. There's no guide or anything that really helps us to navigate this sort of strange way of interacting, which is personal and not at the same time. Do you know what I mean? Because with a lot of our communication, we rely on other things besides just our words. And actually, this does, in a roundabout way, get to one of the things I wanted to discuss, which was a really cool little conversation I had with somebody just the other day regarding high and low context countries, or high and low context communities, maybe would be a better way of putting it, as I understand it. And I'm going to pull this up. It's pretty cool. Aw, shucks. Thank you so much, Mav. I really appreciate that. And Game Guy got WarioWare today. Haven't played it yet because I'm pretending to myself that I'm studying. That is funny. Just pretending. Don't really study. Just pretend. It's all good. And Maverick, that's really kind. A glutton for punishment, that is for sure. But yeah. So yeah, let me go over here for a second and just share. I was really surprised. Anyone familiar with high and low context cultures? I'm gonna pull up a Wikipedia page here. Communication. There we go. And maybe I should even actually just pull up this Wikipedia page. I might do that here in a second. Let me just see. I might do that. Yeah, you know what? We'll do that a little bit here. Do I still have it set up? I think I do. Here, let me double check. If I go into one of my screens, I think I have it set up where I can switch right here. I really need to make sure I have it always set up that way because it's handy. Oh, I do. Perfect. Okay. So here we go. This is the Wikipedia page on high context and low context cultures. Hopefully you all can see that there. So in anthropology, high context culture and low context culture are ends of a continuum of how explicit the messages exchanged in a culture are and how important the context is in communication. It pictures how people communicate with others through a range of communication abilities, including gestures, relations, body language, verbal messages, and nonverbal messages. So this is typically referring to language groups, nationalities, or regional communities. However, it could also apply to smaller groups. And I actually think this is something useful in considering streaming communities and Twitch communities. So high context cultures often exhibit less direct verbal and nonverbal communication, utilizing small communication gestures and reading more meaning into these less direct messages. What's interesting to me is that I actually, I've often talked about how when I'm saying things, I'll say, this word is a really weighted word for me. It has a lot of context behind it. I often say that. When I'm speaking, there are words I use that are deeper than just what the word implies. And it is in a lot of ways due to my own personal context with a word, my own understanding of what that word means. It's often packed in with my relationship with my faith, my education, all kinds of things all roll into this. And so I tend to, I would say, speak with a very high context, a language. And then low context cultures do the opposite. Direct verbal communication is needed to properly understand a message being communicated and relies heavily on explicit verbal skills. So again, I'm always moving my hands, I'm doing stuff like that. But I know people who just say exactly what they mean and they're done. Here's a really great example of where I don't do that. And I grew up this way. I think my family, my household was a high context family, or is a high context family. Growing up, I always said, or my mom always would ask me to do something by saying, would you like to? So, would you like to unload the dishwasher? That's what she would say. And I think for someone who's in a low context state of mind, they would say, well, no, right? But for me, I always knew what my mom was asking is, will you please unload the dishwasher? And so when Ms. Manna and I were dating, and actually when we got married, we would sometimes run into this, actually often run into this, where I would say something like that. And she'd say, well, why don't you just tell me what you mean? She grew up in a very different sort of, I don't know if I would say low context for sure, because again, this is all a continuum, but in terms of that type of language, definitely a low context type of environment. So for her, you would just say, please unload the dishwasher. You wouldn't, or can you do this for me, please? I would say, would you like to come here? As an example of wanting to have someone come over and hang out. So anyways, there we go. Yeah, press boy. So like, in other words, you want to learn about different cultures. Right? So you're saying communication and interpretation can vary from person to person, Chrono says, right? Right? I know, yes. I mean, some of these things are pretty obvious, I guess. But, I mean, I don't know if you can quite read those little images right off to the side there. But it says, like in a high context, it says, an example, implicit information, importance of rank, status, higher. Let's see if I can actually click on this. Here we go. There we go. There, it's right there. That's what I need to do. Implicit information, importance of rank, status, and hierarchy, common history and background, nuanced communication, emotions are being transmitted, difficult to enter. Now, this is also obviously talking in broad strokes, but it does say here, typically Latin or Asian cultures are more high context. Women are usually more high context. Obviously, again, these are broad strokes. It's not meant to be a one size fits all. But I do feel like I can kind of understand that, especially in light of this, where it talks about a common history and background, emotions being transmitted, implicit information. I know for me, I fall into that category. And I think for streaming, it's almost, I wonder if you could say inside jokes, right? How often does even a community name give you inside information, right? And it can be difficult to enter a stream community that is full of that implicit information, that common history and background, the nuanced communication, even the emotes that you use. In fact, Twitch as a whole can be difficult for people to enter into because the language of emotes is so different. Conversely, low context, explicit information, direct communication, all of the necessary information is integrated in the exchange, and exchanges are more direct and easy to enter. Typically, Germanic or Scandinavian cultures are more low context. Men are usually more low context, according to this, Wikipedia. And this is Wikipedia. I mean, Wikipedia, who knows? It might be pulling from different sources. I didn't actually look at the sources per se on that, but really interesting. It does say this model of high context and low context offers a popular framework in intercultural communication studies, but has been criticized as lacking empirical validation. And I think that's where this, to me, I just want to say, broad strokes, it may lack some empirical validation. It might be more of things that are implied, things that, someone said, hey, maybe this is a framework to look at this. Again, it's not a perfect framework. It might just be giving us a little bit of language to consider how we communicate. And so that is why I see this as being useful. If I go to limitations of the model, here, let's just look at this here. The theory was never described by Hall with any empirical rigor. No known research involving any instrument or measure of contexting validates it. Ironically, contexting is most frequently discussed in terms of directness, yet empirical studies nearly all fail to support this relationship. I don't really know what that means. In other words, here we go. The relationship between directness and contexting based on traditional classifications of high and low context cultures is particularly tenuous. Okay, I'm still confused. Anyway, nonetheless, contexting models simply cannot be described as an empirically validated model, basically, is what it comes down to. So take this with a grain of salt, but I do think it's interesting. And what I wanted to sort of share too is that there's language that we use for describing our streams. And so I noticed this on Twitter. There was somebody who said, and it was related to something I talked about last stream, by the way. Oh, okay. What up, John? By the way, I'm sorry, let me go back here. We've got a few new people in the chat here. Oh, I went to my rating screen. It's not right. Felix, good morning. Inside Jokes is a pretty good example of this. Exactly right. Yeah, Felix is actually the person who was talking to me about the high and low context
By following
cultures.
this channel, you've accepted all terms and conditions and may be subjected to singing at any given moment.
La 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 la.
Thanks for joining the Friends of Mana.
Hey, thank you so much, game guy. I really appreciate you coming on in and enjoying this and following. Yeah, Felix is actually a friend of mine, coworker, and introduced me to this just yesterday, and that's why it was on my mind. But I thought it just applied so much to streams and streaming. One up, John, saying, yes, I felt left out of chats full of inside jokes. It wasn't welcoming to new people. It wasn't intentionally by the chat, but it made me not return. And yeah, so when I say that I'm an E for Everyone streamer, which was my original way of talking about what I do, I didn't use family friendly. I used E for Everyone. And I started for a while focusing on family friendly, but that was as I joined the family friendly stream team. And I found, hey, family friendly was nuanced or, nuanced, loaded language for me because it implied a clean stream, an appropriate stream, a welcoming stream. But that doesn't mean that for everyone. And in fact, different folks have very different interpretations of family friendly. So I actually had to put on my website a family friendly explanation, or an E for everyone. What do I mean by that? Explanation. Oh, and Press Boy, thank you. No worries. I appreciate that. If you don't mind, I'm just going to wrap up a couple other things, and then I'll get to your questions here. So, right, exactly. One up, John. Excuse me. Whoa. Let's get some water. Something down the wrong throat or pipe. Okay. There we go. Cleared that throat. Wow. That's another thing about streaming earlier in the morning. All right. I guess I'll need some coffee as well. I have been talking for a fair bit, so I guess that's probably to blame as well. So I did put on my website an explanation of what I meant by family friendly and E for everyone. But when I originally used the term E for everyone, it implied for me also that people coming in felt welcomed. And not just welcomed by me saying, oh, thanks for being here, please follow. But because all of our community grew together in such a way that we, by our just gut reactions, would do something that would make someone feel comfortable and welcomed, and that they could be a part of the community. That's my hope. I fail at that plenty of times. Sometimes as a community, we fail at that. It just happens. It does. But I do want people to feel like they are welcome here, that they belong here, that they can find a place here. And that's my hope for everyone. There's coffee in Animal Crossing, Press Boy. There is indeed. And so one of the things I became aware of is in one of the conversations from the last stream, which was regarding actually a very serious topic, someone who had abused their role as a streamer in inappropriate ways. In that same thread, I believe, or at least one related, there was conversation about how good vibes, comfy vibes, cozy stream, all of that language was being used. And how for some people they hear that and it actually almost scares them away from the stream. Like, what are they saying? That's weird. Okay, that's uncomfortable. I know I've actually felt when I hear, oh, cozy vibes. Oh, ooh, cozy vibes, come in here. Sometimes I'm wondering, like, is that authentic? I think that almost like when you hear the conversations around what was it? What was the big community group before we went to tags, when we had communities on Twitch? It was it optimists or positivity? You would hear that all the time. And it seemed at times that it was a facade. It was not a genuine positivity. It was someone coming in saying, I have had a terrible day. I've just experienced something really tragic. And then somebody going, oh, well, everybody's all smiles here, so just kick back and relax with us. We're just all about the positivity. And I mean, then it's just a mask, right? And so, no, I'm obviously aware there are plenty of people who did an exceptional job of really, truly being positive and supportive of others. But anyways, I feel that same feeling now. I think the tag word for cozy is like, come here. It's a safe, cozy, positive place. But it feels like a mask a lot of times. So I wanted to bring that up. I wonder if any of you have thoughts on that. I could be off base there, but that's just my feelings. I'm always interested to know more. Have you ever come across those terms and thought to yourself, yeah, I don't know. That's about as articulate as I am.
Thanks for joining the
Press
Friends
Boy.
of Mana.
Thank you, Press Boy. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Oh, I want to keep that giant clam. Yeah, I'm going to keep that giant clam. You know it. All right, I'm going to keep the amber too. And the rest I'm going to sell. And Chrono says, or even just positive vibes. Mana, what I have liked is your authentic way of streaming. Thank you, and thank you so much. That word actually is such a good word. That's a loaded word for me too. Authentic. I love that word. And obviously, I know all kinds of backgrounds here. For those of you who are new, I myself am I'm religious. I am Roman Catholic myself. I love my faith. It for me, it's what moves me into being the best person I can be, and trying to be open and accepting and loving towards everyone around me. And so authentic for me, as I hear it, even includes, trying to be the person that that God made me to be, the best, most authentic version of myself, which implies for me trying to love God, others, and self, and be the best in terms of what I can do. And so it's a loaded term for me. But anyway, so Press Boy says, let's see. Sorry, I have ADHD. I understand you, just don't know how to put it in my own words. No worries. Absolutely no worries. Do not feel bad or anything like that. No worries. No worries. I'm just going to purchase a few things. What is this, by the way? It's kind of cool. Oh, it's a clothes closet. Oh, it's kind of cute. I think Mana Sprout might like that in her tent. I think I'm going to pick that up for her, actually. There we go. And a karaoke system. That looks fun, actually. I love just the CRT monitor. But no worries, Press Boy. If you have those questions, now's a good time. I appreciate you waiting and being so patient there. Absolutely. I really do appreciate that. You've been awesome. It's really interesting streaming at this time. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what to say. It's a weird feeling, actually. Do I have the frog umbrella? I don't know if I do, but I'm getting it. I'm getting it. I do love the look of it. And I feel like I might need another fishing pole, so we're going to buy that. And question for all of you. Anyone here, hands up, if you want to come and fish with me. I'd rather let you speak than ask when you're not talking, Press Boy says. And do you mind me calling you Press Boy? Is that the best way to call you? Or Sadie? Sadie? I'm not 100% sure, so please let me know. And yeah, hands up if you want to join me in fishing. Otherwise, I'm just going to do a few solo fishing rounds. And, we'll probably be wrapping up the stream here in a little bit. Oops, that's actually not the fishing rod I wanted. Or the tool I wanted. We got to put our gyroid in here. Our fragment. And there are some really cool new features in Animal Crossing. If you haven't played for a bit, the update is fantastic. The DLC is even better. I can't speak highly enough of it. It's good stuff. It's really good stuff. Oh, I know what I need to do. Let's just put our things away. Did I beat the DLC? John, not yet. I have not. I have plenty more houses to do. I just take my time with it. That's the approach I have for this game in general. I actually prefer just to enjoy, at a leisurely pace, Animal Crossing. There are some people that push to sort of complete the game as quickly as they can. But, I'm going to leave that out. But that's not really my strategy. Okay. Oh, there's a question here regarding vegetables to make food in Animal Crossing. Okay. How do I get the vegetables? Ah, excellent question. And one that I can answer, which I'm happy about because I was a little nervous. Like, I'm not an expert. I should know more than I do for how long I've played this game. But the easiest way to get vegetables, and I don't have all of them yet, or all the fruits and vegetables. The easiest way is... Ooh, that's a pretty butterfly. I got distracted there. Oh no. There we go. Ah, yes, the Raja Brooks birdwing. Okay. The easiest way is to come over here to our friend Captain. You ready to take a tour? And Captain here takes 1,000 Nook miles, and you can then go on a little expedition. And a lot of these islands that you go to have fruits and vegetables. Animate Barrel is here. Welcome on in. Thank you so much. Yes, I am streaming. No worries. I know it's different, and as I shared, I'm kind of a little all over the place, trying to be there for my friend and with my friend during a time where he's experienced some loss and close personal loss. So I'm not necessarily dependable or reliable this first week as I had hoped to be, but I'm doing this, then I'm getting a haircut, and then we're playing everything by ear. Oh, and then Chrono, great. Yes. Chrono also answers Press Boy saying, I have gotten some of the fruits and vegetables from Leaf, which I do believe that's how you spell it. Yeah, Leif. The one who sells flower seeds and buys your weeds for twice the amount. And Animate Barrel, thank you so much for asking about the vertigo. That's been quite a thing. So I actually got... Oh,
Thanks. That's generous.
thank you so much. Oh, Animate Barrel, thank you. Yeah, I actually got vertigo last Saturday, a week ago. And it's been really wild and tough. I'm feeling a little bit better at the moment. I did complete my round of steroids today, and I do have an anti-nausea tablet that I can take, which that is supposedly good for, obviously, if I, start feeling nauseous, if I'm getting kind of that aspect. I've taken it a few times and then haven't felt the nausea, so I guess it works. I mean, I have no reason to doubt that it wouldn't, but you know what I mean. And the steroids, I believe that helped. I actually, oh, that's pretty. I actually started to feel a little bit bad again the day before yesterday. And I think that what caused that is I didn't do this maneuver, the Epley maneuver, which I had done just before it, or the night before, and it helped. So I think that in conjunction with the steroids and, of course, the anti-nausea would be the best thing. The anti-nausea, though, after the first couple of days, I wasn't feeling the nausea as much. And maybe that was because I had those tablets to take, little chewable tablets, but... Psst, Chrono Mana is the fossil. Oh my gosh. Yeah, John, thank you. It was not fun. This was the first time I've ever had vertigo. And it was a weird sensation, I'll tell you that much. So... Here, I'm sorry, Mana, I've missed this, and I've got to get it out of my system. I've missed it too, Harem. Oh my gosh, it's been too long. And, we haven't gotten to chat much. I should have reached out to you, because I always... Oops. Well, it resets my fishing. I'll never get to 100 fish caught in a row. But yeah, that'll be a challenge, by the way, getting 100 fish in a row. We're going to make that challenge happen one time on stream here. But, yeah, I should have reached out and we could have just done a call or whatnot. But I've definitely missed hanging out with you, Harem. And I'm glad to be doing the morning streams again. This will be, at least for now, until such time as I might need the Saturday mornings again to do lawn work. Gotta take care of yourself, Kerna says. Yeah, that's true. It's all good, I'll forgive you this time. Oh, Harem, you're too kind. So, bikini, does it have to be in a row? It does. You have to catch all your fish in a row. Ooh, come on, fishy. Come on, fishy. No, 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 no. Gotta catch them all in a row. And if the fish bites, boo. If the fish bites and then you pull up and it's before the fish is officially, if the fish nibbles and then you pull up before the fish officially bites and you lose the fish, it resets your 100 fish count. So right now, yeah, it's all reset. And I think my top count is only like 50 or something. It's going to take us a while. Animate Barrel took a COVID test for no reason. A place near me is encouraging weekly tests to help combat asymptomatic carriers, and I feel like I'm doing my part. You know what? Actually, Barrel, I am thinking about doing the same thing. I work for a hospital, so 58, thank you, Animate Barrel. So the chances of me coming in contact are a little higher, and I realize I probably should go ahead and do my best to help out. Animate Barrel, good on you. I should really take one more often. Only took one and ended up having it, but only took it because my dad was feeling ill and needed a doctor's appointment. He needed to take one, and turned out he had it. Yeah. Okay, next question from Press Boy about the coffee. Where is the coffee place? Do I have to build it? It is in the museum, and you don't have to build it. You don't have to necessarily build it, right? You're not going to get out there and do it. But there are some things you need to do in order to get it. Now, what I would just encourage you to do, unless you want some more explicit directions, I don't want to necessarily give you spoilers or anything, but I would encourage you to do some adventuring. Maybe set sail for uncharted areas. Chat with some of your favorite people on the island, and that will get you going. I don't know if I have actually given the pale chub to the museum. Let's take a look. I have. Okay. Animate Barrel, Brewster gave me the best gift in the world. Animate Barrel says, really? Oh my gosh. That's exciting. Remember to visit Brewster. Yes. Yes, indeed. I believe I still have a few more to do here. All right, let's go ahead and create another. You got 50 homes in Happy Home Paradise. Awesome. I only have maybe 10. But I did do a few more. I did finish up Lionel's bathroom after the last stream, and it was pretty fun. It's actually not totally a bathroom. I've divided it with a nice little living room area, and then on the other side is just this real elaborate bathroom. And I think it turned out good. I rather like it. Come on. Here we go. So 50 homes. I bet you get some cool stuff there. Oh, I promised to post pictures and I didn't. Oh no, and I didn't post pictures of the other bathroom. Animate Barrel, I'm sorry. I broke a promise. You're right. So excited I'm streaming. Aw. You know what? I like this time I like this time. Although it was a slow start to the stream. Definitely fewer folks, I think, aware I'm streaming. Fewer folks that can come in. Forgetful in your old age. Oh, wow. Got a sturgeon. That's impressive. I'll have to check and see if I have a sturgeon. Oh. Animate Barrel, I'm excited too. I'm excited to hang out with you, and I'm glad too, for everyone's sake. I know Chrono has been trying to get to bed earlier this year. That was a resolution. It's good to be streaming earlier. It really is. All the interesting things. I remember yesterday I was in my house and someone knocked on my door and I was like, what? It was Pietro. I was like, so what's new? Oh, that's new. It scared me, but it was cool. And Press Boy, that is a new feature. Visits from your island residence. I love that aspect. And I've had several of my island residents come over and hang out with me. And then I've also run into them, and they've invited me over to their house just while we're out and about, which is kind of fun. In the game New Leaf, you used to be able to encounter your residents. They would ask if you wanted to come over, and then you'd actually have to follow them to their house, which I thought was a nice little thing. In this game, I just teleported right into their home, which, I mean, that works too. But it was always kind of fun to remember, oh, that fish always gets me in that same spot. In that game, it always felt like a challenge to see if you could remember where everyone lived. Come on, we gotta get at least 5 again. Oh, come on. Come on. I am getting a haircut today too, so the next stream you see me in, I'll have a few fewer hairs. Aw. Pietro and Press Boy got to hang out in the fish room. And Press Boy got to show off some stuff. My hair looks perfect as is. Thanks, John. I appreciate it. Harem. Let's just take a look real quick if I have the sturgeon. Is the sturgeon donated? There we go. It is. Okay, cool. Oh, wait. Yeah. If it's got the owl symbol, then it's actually donated, right? That's how that works. Animate Barrel asks if I speak Irish or other languages. I do have a little, a few phrases and things in Irish. I did study Irish. I studied Spanish. My Spanish is better, but I don't consider myself fluent. And so sadly, I am only really a primary English speaker. I would love to be able to be fluent in another language, especially Spanish right now, which I never used to be thinking that was the main language I'd want to be able to speak. But it would just be so useful and handy, and especially living in Southern Oregon, West Coast. There's a very strong Hispanic population coming from California, and so just and being Catholic too. Like there's a large Hispanic population in the church too. It would be a really useful language, and I have a lot of friends who speak Spanish, and so I wish I did. Press Boy says, honestly, I like my house. I think it would be nice if my villagers came into my house. I see I put so much time into it just for people not to see it. But I like my island and my house. Well, good. Good. Oh, and Press Boy, here's just a little thing. And you likely would not know this. Well, in fact, I know you would know this as you're one of our newest friends here in the community. One thing that I do try to do is And actually, I don't know how that did not get a... Oh, interesting. That should have been a message that was automated or was automated. But any acronyms that are typically read or interpreted with a swear, I don't like. And certainly it could be read otherwise, and you could mean it otherwise. But because so many people do interpret it that way, I don't do that. I try not to do that. So just to let you know, because otherwise you wouldn't know. So, One Up John, by the way, I wanted to share something with you because I bet you didn't see this. Last night for the stream where we were playing some fighting games, I was a guest on Dark Solid X's stream. This is the controller I used. It's a Sega Saturn controller, Bluetooth, for the Switch. And I really liked using it. It worked great for fighting games. A lot of fun. Very shiny there, as you can see. It's a decent mold. It's a lightweight controller. I don't know how it compares to the actual Sega Saturn controller. I feel like I might have said Genesis, but anyway. I'm not totally sure how it compares to that. Seth is here. Hello. But this really worked well for fighting games because of the 6-button layout and then a really good D-pad, actually. So I got this specifically for the Panzer Dragoon remake, but if you're interested in fighting games and tend to prefer controllers, I mean, I like arcade sticks. I love arcade controls. I've got, just in this room, I've got 2 arcade 1-up machines. But I do feel most comfortable controlling games through a controller, and this one really worked well. So, yeah. I like your room, by the way. It looks nice. Thank you, Press Boy. I appreciate that. What do you mean morning? It's after 7 p.m. Oh my gosh, that's funny. And yes, Seth, welcome on in. It's so good to see you. Yawn morning. That's Seth coming on in there with that. I like it. Animate barrel. I didn't know that wasn't allowed. Good to know. I don't think of it that way. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. So any kind of combination of acronyms, which again commonly could be interpreted with a curse, I just discourage or ask not to be used. So I have that controller and love it. The D-pad feels like a Saturn pad. Good. Okay. Because I don't have a Saturn. I know One Up John does. I entered a tournament once where if I had won and I came decently close, I could have won either a Saturn or an NES Classic Edition. And at that time, I didn't have an NES Classic Edition, and they were hard to come by. And I was thinking about that, but I actually was also thinking about getting the Saturn instead because I figured that would be the harder of them to get. And I disappeared, everyone. Blackout. And oh, what's this? A raid. Let's Jays. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Anyway, yeah, that's the closest I've come. I'd love to get a Saturn for a few games, but those games are really expensive now. And Let's Jays Raider hype. Welcome everyone from the city. How are you doing? Welcome on in. Oh my gosh, so good to see you. Let's Jays deserves a shout out for sure. Let's Jays, a family-friendly streamer as well. Super cool guy. I've had some Splatoon streams shared with him, and we've had a blast. Definitely check out. Good things happening in the city this year. I'd love to play some Fortnite with you. Let's Jays. Maybe even a collaboration. Just saying. And you're on it before you even mentioned it, Harem says. Thank you so much. Don't always get to catch a Mana stream. Love that you're back on Saturday mornings. Thank you, Let's Jays. Yes, I am very excited about that as well. Collab Fortnite sounds fun, Animate Barrel says. Retro Underground, did I hear Fortnite? Yes. Let's do a collaboration. Splatoon, I'm so hyped for Splatoon 3. We'll have to be playing some Splatoon 3 together. I know that. But yeah, so for everyone who's coming on in Retro Underground, good to see you. If you're new around here, my name's Mana. I'm an E for everyone, family-friendly variety streamer with a focus on Nintendo, retro on original hardware, and indie titles. I think right now my top played games on stream are, and I'm not totally sure of the order, but I believe that it is Animal Crossing New Horizons, Animal Crossing New Leaf, Splatoon 2,
By following
and
this
Minecraft.
channel, you've accepted all terms and conditions and may be subjected to singing at any given moment.
Yay!
Thanks for joining the Friends of Mana.
And Fortnite, Anime Bro says, right? And Fortnite. There's a little asterisk there. Thank you so much, Calico. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome on in. Now I will admit, if you heard Minecraft, I haven't played Minecraft in forever and a day, but the first game I ever actually streamed was Minecraft. Oh, Let's Jays. Yeah, absolutely. I'm happy to share that. Isn't that on-stream chat awesome? Looks so good, right? And I've got a few other things I can show you in a moment too here, but right now I gotta spend this next minute and a half looking for fish. Oh, there's one right there. And yeah, so I've been playing a decent amount of Fortnite just personally. I never thought I'd get into it. But man, it's fun. And right now, swinging on a web like Spider-Man is about the coolest thing. So I enjoy it. And oh boy, I got to tell you this because I think some of your community and you might appreciate this. I was actually playing a solo round and I managed to be on the tippy tip top of one of the mountains right as the barrier, the storm was closing in. It was the perfect position. I could see all around me. I was able to pick off a couple of folks, and it was down to me and one other person. And I was guarding all around, looking on all sides. Someone snuck up on me. I panicked, hit the wrong buttons, didn't have everything prepared in time, and they were able to take me out. I came in second. Very disappointing, but it was a really fun round. But yes, I have noticed, when you're online, I'd love to join you in your stream and play a little bit with you as well sometimes. So, Spider Hands are great, super fun. You had 11 solo rounds? Or no, you got 11 knockouts in a solo last night. Oh my gosh. I don't think I've ever gotten 11. Maybe like 6 or 7, something like that. But that's impressive. What's not impressive is this right here. But yes, Splatoon, that is an amazing, amazing series. It really was the first sort of shooty game I got into. And never really been into any others, but Fortnite feels more balanced than a lot of the other shooty games. So, Memory Martin, hello. There we go. Retro says I haven't unpacked since I moved. Oh man, but you moved like a year ago, Jay says. Oh, calling out Retro. Yeah, Animate Bro, fair point. I moved 8 years ago, still haven't unpacked. Yep, there's still some stuff I haven't unpacked, so. Mary Martin, welcome on in. Good to have you here. Really good to have you here. I hope you're doing well. We've had a nice stream. It's been pretty low key here. But yeah, so Let's Jays, as far as this goes, you can see it, boom, right there. I will definitely be willing to share all that. Just shoot me a message, and I'll get you all the links. It was actually Crossing Chronicles that introduced me to this, which I think looks really, really cool. And I got to just also bring up the point that Harem says I haven't played Minecraft in ages. I really do want to try some of the new updates, but yeah. And Mary Martin wants to send me a message about it too. We'll have everyone with the cool thing. I have a few other hopes for upgrades and things, but it's a work in progress for sure. It takes a while. And then Memory Martin, how have you been? Still feeling vertigo? For those of you who don't know, I actually was feeling vertigo for the first time. I already kind of shared this, so for those of you who have heard it, my apologies. But if you haven't, this week has been kind of tough. So I ended up I ended up going to, I was at church on Saturday night, and this was a week ago. And thank you, Memory Martin. I appreciate that. And I remember getting up. It was a really cool homily. Our priest is a amateur astronomer, or pastor, and he ended up sharing, because it was the Feast of the Epiphany, some really amazing photos, some that he actually captured, things astronomy related, and even kind of going back, this really cool software that lets you go back and see what the stars would look like at points in time, and just kind of giving some neat kind of things that all tied in with Epiphany and Feast of Epiphany. Often you hear, the star that guided to Jesus at the Nativity, or not. Actually, it was not necessarily the Nativity. Anyway, so the point there is, I got up from that, and I went and I played guitar, and I went over to where the choir was, and I stood up and I turned to Ms. Manna, who plays piano, and I just said, I don't know that I'm going to be able to stand up. Like, I might fall over. And I was like, oh, what's going on here? And then it sort of passed. And then that next day, I felt just awful. And so I ended up... oh my goodness! Oh my gosh! Oh wow! Animate Barrel and Memory Martin. Animate Barrel, thank you for gifting that sub to Memory Martin. So the next day, I woke up feeling completely like my whole body was being pulled into a vortex. And this is apparently what vertigo is like. I had just talked to someone at the hospital who was telling me about vertigo, and I said, oh, I never had it. And she was explaining what it was like, and sure enough, that's exactly what it felt like. And I would lay down. Every time I'd wake up, I felt like I was falling, and I couldn't figure out what was going on. And as more and more time was going, it wasn't getting any better, and I had thought just a day of rest would help, but then the next morning I felt the same way. So I went the next morning, I called in sick and went into the urgent care, and was prescribed a week's worth of steroids and some anti-nausea tablets, and then a maneuver called the Epley maneuver that could help. Thankfully, it was not suspected that any of this was related to anything more serious than kind of a inner ear issue, maybe some water trapped in there, something like that. But it has to do with these crystals, which I was explaining my amusement when I was reading up on this. How funny it is, you think of scientific things, right? So someone goes in and says, oh, you're experiencing these symptoms because your blood pressure is high, your cholesterol levels seem high, and it seems like, et cetera, whatever, the red blood cells in your blood are low, whatever, I don't know. So you have all that, and then it's like, okay, that sounds really scientific and serious, and like, okay. And then someone tells you, well, the crystals in your ear are out of alignment, and and how silly that sounds. I mean, it just sounds so non-accurate, non-scientific, and yet that's here we are. That's what it is. That was the problem. So, anyways, I started to feel a little bit better, but then I didn't do the Epley maneuver the day after the first day, and started to kind of feel bad again. And then it's been sort of slowly getting better again. But yeah, I don't recommend it. Don't get vertigo if you can avoid it. Not a fun thing. So that's been my week. I am feeling better now. I did finish my steroid dosage today, and at the moment I do feel a little like a headache, but that's about it. So that's definitely good. Oh yeah, right in time. Go for 4. Thank you, Les Jays. Yeah, I appreciate that. I appreciate
Thanks
that.
so much for hosting.
I never experienced it, but I couldn't walk in a straight line. Scooter, thank you for the host. I legitimately could not walk in a straight line. If you had me do that test where, someone just puts one foot in the other, I would fail it. And that's how bad it was. So it's weird. It's a strange feeling. And I don't know why it happened, but Oreo Goblin, welcome on in. Hey. And Memory Martin, who earlier said, who brought this up, that, oops, hold on a second. Who said, wait, the fishing tourney is today? Indeed, it is. It is indeed today. So if you wanted to join in, I might be able to play for a little bit longer here. Those are your emotes. Those look nice, Press Boy says. Oh, are you talking about... yeah, those are my emotes there from Memory Martin. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that, Press Boy. I really do like these emotes. I think they turned out great. And I'm a big fan of Art of M Cheer. But there we go. Have I decided when Mana Manor will be? Not yet, Harem, but I will let you know. Kind of playing it by ear right now. As Memory Martin said, sorry about your friend. And yes, there was a close personal loss. My friend's my friend's mom died, and really unexpectedly. And so right now, I'm trying to be there for him, and so I'm playing some things by ear. And yeah. So just to let you know that, and I'm not. It's always strange when streaming to share things like that. I don't want anyone to feel like I'm fishing for sympathies or things like that. Or kudos. When I tweeted it, I noted a few people said some really kind words and appreciated that I was choosing to be there for my friend, and sometimes that's what is needed, and sometimes friends need space. So it's not a judgment on anyone who has continued to do things as they needed to do or wanted to do when someone experienced loss that they knew. I'm rambling. Point is, I'm just trying my best, and I appreciate that you are too, and thanks for saying kind things to me and being supportive and keeping my friend and his family in your thoughts and prayers. I could join if you want someone to. Okay, I'll tell you what. Let me get rid of my fish here, and then we're going to just do a couple of tournaments with folks. I'll open up my gates, okay? Let me sell those fish, and then we'll do that, and then we'll end like that. Getting some good bells. I did get a sturgeon. That was pretty nice. Okay. Yeah, look at that. We're getting up there. What was our present, by the way? Ooh, an iceberg wall. Ooh. That's a new one. Have I gotten the trophies yet, Animate Barrel? I believe I've gotten them. I can't remember. I know I've gotten bronze ones. I don't know if I've gotten the gold one from this or not. Hey, man, and guess what? What, Memory Martin? Oh, and my mom had vertigo back in 2020. We suspect it was stress-related from her job at the time. It's not fun watching someone with it either. Someone had mentioned that it might have been stress-related, but I don't feel like I've been stressed. Work's been pretty good and stuff, so I don't know. I started driving lessons this week. I've been doing really good, and today I went out of the neighborhood and on to 2 of the main roads. Congratulations, Memory Martin. Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, and I echo what Animate Barrel is saying. That's fantastic. I thank you for answering my questions. I would like to give you an island tour and some stuff. Press Boy says, "Oh, thank you." Well, Press Boy, I'll tell you what. Right now, I am a couple of ground rules here. I'm going to invite some folks over here. If you've been to my island before, you're welcome to come. You know the rules. Please don't shake any trees for fruit. Please don't, grief in any way, trample flowers, etc. Please make sure that if you're chatting in the game, you're held to the same standards as on the chat here. So if you are new and you'd like to come and you understand those rules, then ask me in the chat. I'll let you know. And I am going to do this by dodo codes so that it's not going to be limited to just people that I'm Switch friends with. Speaking of which, I need to add more Switch friends, but we'll do that. And have I gotten the oh, sorry, never mind. That was the trophies, but I read it as golden trophies. And no, I don't recall that. Okay, more the merrier. Let me go to the Witty Scooter Studios. I like that, Scooter. That's awesome. All right, invite anyone. And what we've got here is a dodo code of BTKMT. There it is. All right. And so yeah, Press Boy, why don't you come over and bring some stuff? You are welcome to come. I feel like we've gotten enough chatting where I trust you. And then next Animal Crossing stream that I'm doing island tours, I'd love to see your island. That would be really cool. So definitely keep that in mind. Hopefully I'll be able to have you join in next time and then head over to your island. But right now, I only have a little bit of time, probably about maybe another half hour or so of doing some fishing tournaments once folks arrive, and then I'm gonna get going. So, oh my goodness, I wonder if I should keep the oarfish to make into a model or sell. Chrono asks. Ooh, that's a good question. That's a real good question. That's a tough one. I don't know. Memory Martin, we've known each other for almost 2 years. Wow. That's actually hard to believe. It's hard to believe. 2 years. My goodness. It doesn't feel like it's been that long, but man. That's wild. And look at that. Then hear him just flexing. How about 5 years, 4 months? You know, all right. There we go. Time flies. Isn't that the truth? Yeah. Scooter for 3 years, 6 months, 3.5 months. 3.5 years, I mean. Gosh. Animate Barrel for almost 2 years as well. Look at that. Wow. Animate Barrel, that's kind of surprising. It feels like I've just met you all, you know? And JJDB, and with almost 1.5 years as well. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. JJDB, welcome on in. About how long I've been in Family Friendly Life. Has it really been about 1.5 years? That's also shocking. Time is flying. Wow. Wow. It's hard to believe. Gosh. JJDB, welcome on in. And I'm going to go ahead and do a little shout out here for JJDB. If you don't know JJDB 210, they are a family friendly streamer, family streamer even. And JJ has been amazing and so kind to me and helped me procure some of these Zelda games that I was missing, which I will play. I will play. I will stream. I will play. But, you know, I don't play Zelda, as the joke goes. We're going to have to beat Link's Awakening here in the next week and get to the CDI games, and then we're going to get going. How do I like the new time slot? Well, it's got its pros and cons. I will say I enjoy that when I started this morning, I felt fresher. My brain is a little bit more alert. I can speak and read a little bit more clearly. I'm not saying quite so much, I think. Trying to break that habit. I started streaming really conscious of that and trying not to use filler words. And then the last several months, I've been terrible at it. So we'll see. And the con so far would be that maybe it's mostly because people don't know about the stream change, but fewer folks have come in. I don't know if that's because of it being a worse time for people or because they don't know that it's at the new time. But the plus is that folks like Harem, people who can't come to the late night Pacific time streams, can come. So I think it's better for some, worse for others. Honestly, I like having the mix, you know? That's the way I look at it. So it's an old time slot. Kind of true, Harem, actually. Yeah, it's not really a new time slot, but yeah. For some it is new, for some it is old. And yes, Let's Jays, I do plan on playing the CDI games. I know, right? I know. It's gonna be interesting. Aw, Mary Martin says, Beryl spoiling me with all of the barista uniforms. Nice. That's cool. Ooh, there is a balloon. Let's try and catch that real quick. Hey, good shot, Jensen. What did we get? Ooh, 5,000 bells. Put that away. I guess we can put that away too, right? Cool. Finally got them and remembered to buy them before it was closed. Hey, there we go, Animate Barrel. That's pretty good. Sterling can't catch anything. Well, I don't know what to tell you, Sterling. I love it. Everyone's so nervous. All right. Let's take a look at our Nook miles. We talked to some people. Got a few extra Nook miles. That's going to be helpful. Got to get those island tours in. I'm looking forward to doing more island work here soon. So for your filler words, you could have an counter like in Toastmasters. Actually, that's a good idea. I could make that a command. You could help me with it. It would work. It would work. I wouldn't mind the extra help with it. Oh no, my eyes have started hurting. Harem, oh no. Putting my specs on should help. Okay. Well, I hope that you feel better soon. All right, I've got to go. I have a very important staff meeting. Cuddle my wife. I'll catch you later, friendo. Let's Jays, thank you so much. If we could get another shout out for Let's Jays. And please do check out Let's Jays channel, especially if you enjoy Splatoon, Fortnite, and hanging out with family-friendly people that are really good, kind people. That's something I know I've really been appreciative of. I'm glad that you're in the community. And that you stream. Oh, and I said, shucks. All right. Oh, Harem and Memory Martin are going too. Well, I guess then, all right, well, never mind. You know what? Sounds like it wasn't really in the cards to, I said again. To have people come join for a, I'm saying again. to join for a tournament. So we'll just go ahead and save and end. No, I know what I'll do. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to give a quick tour of the rooms that I had promised to share with Animate Barrel, and then we'll call it a stream. So, oh, you're playing in a bit, Harem says. Okay, so Harem's not quite here, but that's okay. We're gonna go ahead and do that because it can take a while for people to come in anyway, and I do have to get going home. Blah. Mana, falling apart, stumbling over his words. What I need to do is I need to get going soon, so I'm just going to share those houses in Happy Home Paradise that you wanted to see, Animate Barrel. Oh, you were prepping a gift that's perfect for today, Memory Martin says. Oh, well, I see. I thought that you... Oh, no, Memory Martin. I thought you were going to be playing Pokemon with Harem, so I thought you were getting going. I misread. I'm so sorry. Okay. I could... Well, okay, it's okay. All right. I appreciate it, Memory Martin. Thank you. I'm sorry. There are going to be other fishing tournaments and bug tournaments and things like that. So when we have the next one, I will be sure to also start on time. I did start a little bit late today, and that might have complicated things as well. But yeah, we'll get going next time. Scooter's about to join too. Oh no, I'm so sorry. But we'll make it happen next time. We'll just count it all as a process of getting ready for the next time. Anyway, here is the school. I think it really turned out pretty good. I might put some chalkboards up. I'm actually thinking about right behind the teacher there. That might be a good spot. We'll see. And you should have worded it better. My bad, Harem says. No, it's okay. I figured folks were getting going. Like I said, I actually really had only planned to stream until 11:30. I have some places to go as well. Like I said, I have a haircut coming up. So it actually works out for the best. It can take a while for people to get onto the island. And so we will just do a quick look at a couple of the locations here. And I believe I speak then to Nico. I don't actually recall. Maybe I didn't need to put my work clothes on to speak to Nico and do a tour, but I did. If anyone's confirmed that you do or don't need to, I bet that'd be interesting. By the way, what's Leaf doing here? What's up, Leaf? Leif, by the way, Chrono. I'm supposed to give a talk about flowers at the school here. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, I love that. I will certainly guide you. Oh my gosh. What is this? We've been raided. Oh, wow. Oh, look at that. Oh my gosh. Thank you everyone for coming on in. Look at this raid here. Ah. Wow.
Thanks for joining the Friends of Mana.
The Dragon Games with a raid. The Lion Live raid. We've got it's the Lion. The Lion Live raiding us. So Dragon Games.
Thanks for joining the Friends of Mana.
Thank you so much, everyone. Burb78950. Hello, I'm Shady J.
We've got inbound.
Rivendell
Follower.
Lily. Love the Tolkien reference. Crystallico.
Someone
the
was
Lion
in the
Live.
boat. The tracks go off in this direction.
Wow.
Look, sir. Followers.
Oh my goodness, thank you so much. Are you hearing the alerts though? Oh, are you not hearing the alerts right now? You should be. Are you hearing raid alerts?
Well, look at you joining the Friends of Mana.
Oh my goodness. They're so loud, Crystallico says. Oh, sorry. Oh gosh, we got you. All right. Oh my gosh. Very loud? Oh no. They shouldn't be. They shouldn't be any louder than me though, right? I'll drop them down a touch. I appreciate the feedback. Thank you. But oh my goodness, thank you so much. There we go. I appreciate that. Hope you're having a great day. The Lion Live, thank you. Oh my gosh. The Lion Live, why? And I apologize. This is me being very bad and forgetful, but do we know each other? I feel so bad. Are we connected? Are we on a stream team together? I've been needing to get connected with everyone who's new on a couple of my stream teams, so I don't actually recall for sure. But they say, "Hey there, welcome to my channel. I love drinking tea," which I love. Playing Nintendo Switch. I hope you'll hang out and have fun. My cat Josie may even make an appearance or two. So no, or maybe you just found me on Animal Crossing. No, saw I was family friendly and streaming Animal Crossing New Horizons. Oh my gosh! And so you're family friendly as well. You are. Oh, instant follow right now. I love it. You love tea and Animal Crossing and are family friendly. Can't beat that. Oh my gosh, everybody! Thank you for all of that. That was so kind. That is really cool. So the Lion, yeah, is that how you say it? And for everyone else who came in, I'm Mana. I'm an E for everyone, family-friendly variety streamer with a focus on Nintendo, retro on original hardware, and indie titles. And I love Animal Crossing. It's my most streamed game. I got a capture card to be able to play the original, or not the original, but Animal Crossing New Leaf before New Horizons came out. It became my most played game until this one. Breath of the Wild is another really big game. Splatoon 2 is another really big game. I've played tons of hours in that. I started with Minecraft, so... Memory Martin, before I end, I'll check my mail. And some are, some aren't. Burb, I'm going to look into that. I think some of the alerts need a little volume adjustment, so I'll work on that. Aaron does not like Splatoon. It's very nice to meet you, Cristalco. It's so good. Cristalco? It's so good to meet you. This is great. Leaf says, I hope everyone's excited to learn about flowers, especially you, Brian. Let's get started. This is new here. Flower hybridization. We'll get to that in a moment. But yeah, shout outs to the Lion Live. Gosh, yeah. Oh, this is so cool. And the Lion Live getting some follows as well. Well, shoot, you send your community over here and with that awesome raid. And there we go. Everyone following us here too. This is so great. So thank you so much. Yeah, I'd love to know more about you. If you want to post a bit more, feel free. Just share a bit about yourself. That is the Lion right there who joined us. And then also, Cristalco. No, I don't want to learn about flowers. Okay, there you go. Cristalco. Don't want to. We got a lot of Animal Crossing DLC lore going on, Burb says. Oh, yeah, there you go. There you go. That's what's up. That's what's up right there. Oh, that's too kind of you. Man, there we go. All right. So, hybridization apparently is easy. Let's say you have a yellow flower, and I plant it by a red one. In no time at all, I'll have myself an orange flower. Simple as rain, isn't it? Now, I'd like to ask you a question. If you plant a white tulip next to a red tulip, what color would you get? Leaf, if I may, my hand up. I think you'd get a green tulip or a purple rose. Let's see, Leaf, Brian. Oh, all right, I'll be good. I think you get pink tulips. You got it. I'm so proud. By the way, You can also get red or white tulips that way too. Isn't that nice? Flowers really are amazing, and there's so much joy in each and every one. Joy I hope you'll spread to others. Everyone here will now be able to decorate with hybrid flowers in any yard they want. Isn't that special? Nice! Breast Boy, I heard about this. Are you a teacher? It's been known to be said. Or even fill a yard end to end with lots of rare hybrid flowers. Plenty of ways you can do it. If hybrid flowers are placed next to each other, you can grow even rarer flowers. It's a worthy challenge. I get all my flowers from Memory Martin, so. That is so cool. I love that Leaf says already, too. That's good. You can use fruit trees or veggies you've grown in your decorating. Try them all. Awesome. Well, that's exciting. Whoa! Animate Burrow, thank you for gifting that sub to the lion. And thanks to the lion. I really am happy with how that turned out. I think the school turned out good. Oh, man. Memory Martin, hey Harem, I'm in the live stadium, by the way. I just need your screen. Memory Martin is a flower breeding master. Exactly. Cristalco says, okay, even the raid noises. Really? Really? That's so strange that it's... Huh. That's so weird. And the reason that I say this is because I actually have earbuds in that's monitoring the whole mix, all of the alerts and everything. And the actual reason I do that is to make sure that the alerts don't overpower, that the mix is pretty good. No alert should be louder than my voice. So I'm wondering if there is an issue, I will have to address that. So I'm so sorry, Cristalco. Oh, I feel really bad. I'll show you the school real quick because the Lion Live commented on it. Here we go. I like how it turned out. I might add a green screen, not a green screen, a chalkboard on the front wall. Blah. Blah. Can't talk right now. But let me show you this real quick. So I've got my little exit over there. And then we've got a nice little section like so. The light switches. And you've got to have one desk that just doesn't match. We were talking about this when we were building it, but every school I've ever been in that has desks like this, there's always one that just doesn't quite match. You know what I mean? Oh, hello there. And so then we've got our little section over here with some resources for all of the students, and then our diploma and keys. But I might try to either put a chalkboard right behind the lectern or maybe off to the side here or on this wall. I'm not sure. So, or you have a desk that was manufactured backwards. Dragon Games, you know it. You know it. Exactly right. That's exactly right. There you go. Oh, okay, Cristalco. I'm sorry. I definitely don't want to hurt your ears. And the Lion Live is going to lurk. Sorry, I can't stay longer. I can't wait for your next stream. Thank you. Well, my next stream should be on Tuesday night. But I will say I'm not 100% positive. If you go on Twitter, I always post my different schedules each week on there. Also on my Discord. And in fact, if you're all family friendly, I trust you all. There's some new people here today. If one of our mods wouldn't mind throwing the Discord link in the chat before anyone has to go, if you want to hop into the Discord, feel free. I'm also over on YouTube. I will be doing some things because actually I did manage something exciting. I got the Lego Mario working, and Mana Sprout and I, along with Ms. Mana, are going to be doing more Lego Mario. And I'm a husband and father, everyone. And we have the Luigi set now to play with, so I'm excited. Okay. And or one chair squeaks just loud enough to annoy everyone. And Memory Martin, thank you so much for sending that Discord link. Yeah, if anyone wants to, go ahead and join in there. Love to have you there. And let's go talk to Nico real quick. I wanted to show off a couple of buildings, and then I'm actually going to be heading out as well. So I'm getting some haircuts, or hairs cut, and my beard trimmed too, because it's getting a little bit long. Scooter got a new visitor. Who is it? And Memory Martin, yes. If you don't know, oh yeah, you know what? Shout out. Scooter, would you mind shouting out Memory Martin and vice versa? Memory Martin shouting out Scooter. We're going to just give all the shout outs now. So Memory Martin is actually a streamer as well, and known as my secretary. Self-proclaimed, right? But Memory Martin helps me out quite a bit, so I appreciate that. There we go. There's... Oh, and Mav, right? Exactly. Got to shout out Mav. Thank you, Harem. Just shouting out everyone. I love it. The shout outs just keep coming. And Scooter. That's fun. That's all right. Mav needed it too. Well, technically, it's not Mav so much as the geek. Oh, wait. Hold on a second. Let me get it right. I always think just Mav, but it's actually the geek. Why am I blanking? Hold on, they rated us earlier, so let's take a look. Geeks, Freaks, and Video Games. There we go. There we go. Also, Scooter is editor of Mana. That's right. Best Secret Ori. Oh my gosh, too funny. So yeah, and let me double check that I didn't miss some comments here. So... going back here. Are you loving the DLC was a question from the Lion, and I absolutely am. It's fantastic. The Dragon Games. Actually, let's go back to this comment here. I apologize that it actually was mentioned and I just overlooked it, but Dragon Games, let's pull this up here. Oops, hold on a second. There we go. So, the Dragon Games, which that's a scary Brewster for your avatar. I actually just did Sherry's house. I can't stand flowers, and she wanted a house full of flowers. So I put her in a dark house with no windows, bad wallpaper, and floor, and just required items with the outside filled with gnomes. That is funny. Oh my gosh, that is really funny. Oh man. And Cute School was from Rivendell Lily. I guess you're a fan of Lord of the Rings. I love it myself. I'm a big Tolkien buff. So yeah, that's super cool. And I also really appreciate this, by the way. This was from Burb, who says, that one chair in any school that just squeaks. I think we already read that, but it's worth repeating again. It's a good one. And so these are the places I've done so far. So we've only actually done 8 different homes, but let's showcase a couple of these. I think I showcased a few of them. We should maybe take a look real quick at Kurt's location, because Kurt was our school teacher, or is our school teacher, and kind of an artist here. So I want to showcase what their house looks like. I kind of went for like the Taos, New Mexico art vibe. See? So Kurt's sort of in the desert here, you know, relaxing, all of that. And if I go over here, and ooh, awesome. Lily, I am indeed a fan. I was reading the books with my son when New Horizons came out. We made our island Lord of the Rings theme. That's so cool. Oh, that's awesome. I love the books and just Tolkien in general. That's super cool. Well, it's nice to have a Tolkien fan here. Trust me, we can nerd out about that for sure. So feel free. And this is the very artistic house. See? It's just kind of a big hodgepodge. This was designed really to just be like the weirdest little studio. Very cluttered. And I don't know why I love it. I think it turned out really good. So Animate Barrel, this is the room. This is the space. It's got a lot of little nooks and crannies. Nexo, hey, welcome on in. My hand is feeling better today. Good to hear. Definitely take it easy, rest it, don't do too much. That's good. Rivendell Lily says, I like the colors in this one. Thank you. I was going for those kind of muted earth tones, the little bit of blue and green, but some sandy colors as well. And yeah, I just really wanted it to feel like some kind of mad artist studio, you know? Paint pots all around. And of course, you've got a little display of art in the corner. Maybe that was something that Kurt had made, and now he's just showing it. And of course, you have to have all the little bathroom stuff in the corner. But most of it is just all studio stuff. So it's just a big hodgepodge. And I think it turned out good. I wanted it to look busy, so. Pressboy says this reminds me of the first Animal Crossing game I played. How so? Kristalko's volume got fixed. Yay! All right, I'm glad. Kristalko says, I'm a tiny fan of The Lord of the Rings, but I have to watch it alone. All right, let's go to another place here, Nico. I'd like to show you now the couple of homes that Animate Barrel has not yet seen. I don't know if there's an easier way to go between them, but I guess this will work for now. So yeah, I'm curious, Pressboy, which game it was. You can do it from your phone. Oh, Happy Home Network. Let's see. Oh, that's nice. Okay. So let's first go here. Cleo wanted a home bathed in elegance, and I have to show this to Animate Barrel. Kristalko says, and if I'm lonely while watching stuff, I just call my dog. Aw, that's awesome. So here we go. This is, oops. Oh, nothing. I went the wrong way. Okay, so I just made a real nice little home. Just a bunch of natural stuff. And then Chrono says to Harem, were you playing Resident Evil Zombie Home Edition? Home Design Edition? So what are you playing then for the first time, Harem? I know you were playing some Metroid Dread. So here you go, Animate Barrel. This is the bathroom. We have the toilet over here in the corner with some reading material. Gotta have that, right? You know. And then you were playing Dungeons and Dragons. Harem, that's so cool. How do you like it? Got the bathtub over here. It was all of your first try. Oh, that's so fun. And as was mentioned in the last stream, no bathroom is complete without a full meeting space. So that's what we have here. Animate Barrel says, it's so weird. My villagers never need to use the toilet. Looks good. Thank you. Ooh, and Chrono got Ori in the forest yesterday. Nice. What time is it for me? It is noon for me. Memory Martin asks if Mana Sprout and I have played Pokemon White yet. We've not, just because of the way this week has gone and with the vertigo and then with my friend. So we will, but we have not yet. It's definitely something where I will let you know. Maybe I'll kind of keep a little record of it. I want to do something with our playthrough, somehow document it. So I'll keep you posted. Oh, we could put on all of the fancy. Ooh, look at all these filters. Some interesting ones. That one's that's it's a filter. That is such a cool filter, actually. I kind of want that filter for my camera. Anyway, and then this is a funny one. Whoa. Ooh, let's see if we can get the toilet nice and big. Wow. It's so cool, the fisheye. Anyway. By the way, guess what, Mana Nexo asks or says? Something funny happened. I had a friend give me Shining Pearl as a gift. And the next day, a different friend gave me Brilliant Diamond. Oh, that's awesome. If you don't mind, depending on how you document it, could you make a video about her first journey? Memory Martin, that would be really cool, actually. I think we can make that happen. So now let's see if I can just quickly go over to the restroom refuge. There we go. Remind me of the camera from Five Nights at Freddy's. I was thinking that it probably was meant to be like a security camera, you know. So here's Lionel's home. Oh, I didn't actually do any work on the outside. I was planning on it at some point. But let's take a look, and I'll show you what I came up with here. We just wanted Lionel. And so when you come in, you've got this lovely area here. I like this. And let me actually go into first-person view. So the idea here was that you've got a space just to sit, curl up by the fire, you know, a nice cup of tea there, some sugar over there, real chill. You've got all of your books, and I love these types of lamps. We use one of these in our living room by the piano for sheet music, a little diffuser, because we are close to a bathroom. So if we come around here, go down this hall, turn the corner, and wha-bam. Oh, sorry, Lionel. Oh gosh. Oh no. Someone. Oh, don't clip that. We caught Lionel in a. I'm so sorry. I should have. Oh, I thought you had closed the door. Lionel. Oh, Lionel. I'm so sorry. I'm embarrassed, Lionel. Oh gosh. Cristalco, thank you so much for coming. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for coming in with the raid and being so kind. Hope to see you again. What?
Well, hold on to your hats. We're being raided.
No way. What? I don't even believe it. Wow. Simply press start. Crystal, thank you so much for that raid. Oh, goodness. Oh, Crystal. Leader of our Club Tortimer stream team, an incredibly kind individual, fantastic streamer, one of the best. And I hope that you'll check out Crystal on both YouTube and Twitch. That's Simply Press Start. You're going to not be disappointed at all. I'm showing off a room here that I made for Lionel, one of my friends from the last game, New Leaf, which I really enjoyed. But I think I'd be remiss if I didn't just take a moment and let's actually chat with y'all. So let's go here. My goodness, you were playing Majora's Mask 3D. Awesome. I'm a huge Zelda fan, as most of you know. Definitely enjoy that. Thank you so much. Hex Andrews here, another member of our stream team. We've got oh gosh, so much love coming in. Thank you so much. I am Mana. I'm an E for everyone, family-friendly variety streamer. I focus on Nintendo, retro on original hardware, and indie titles. Titus Shots here too. Awesome. I am a huge fan of Animal Crossing. Really enjoy it. I started playing Animal Crossing New Leaf prior to New Horizons coming out on stream. I had played it for quite a long time beforehand, and it was my favorite 3DS game by far. I put so many hours into it. Streaming it was a blast. It became my most streamed game, and then New Horizons took the crown after that. Other most streamed games have been Breath of the Wild, Splatoon 2, Stardew Valley, Minecraft, and definitely if you want a good mix of things, you'll probably find that here. I play Animal Crossing the most. I keep coming back to New Horizons, so you'll always see that. I'm still working through the Zelda franchise on original hardware. I'm going to finish up Link's Awakening here soon, and then we're going to actually bust out the CDI. I've got a working original CDI here with the games. We'll be playing those games too, so if any of that sounds fun, feel free to hang out. Simply press start. Crystal, how was your stream? How was it indeed? I'm going to swap over here and show you a little bit about what I was working on there. By soon, man, it means Crystal, I means 2028. And then is it Miss Tater Tot? Miss Tater Tot, 91, Ocarina of Time. I'll be playing that. You know I will. And you might say I'm on the bandwagon or what, but it is my favorite of the Zelda games. I think if I had to just choose one, Ocarina of Time, it's the one I put the most time into. I love it. Hey, how's it going, Lionel? Let's see. This was Lionel's bathroom estate here. I don't know if Lionel's going to let me get through here. I guess not. But this is how this all turned out. Oh, Lionel, you might want to wait a bit. I've got a nice little tub here with steam. And yeah, real relaxing. So that's just how we've set this up. I like having the sink over there. The lighting's real nice. And then over here, I think this living space is really nice. So I didn't want Lionel's house to just feel like a big toilet. So that's why we did this. Okay. And Memory Martin saying hello to Crystal. Ms. Tater Tot saying I'm on the Forest Temple. Oh, nice. That's such a good one. Is this your first playthrough? Nexo says, I just remembered a username my friend had that made me laugh. It was Lord Tater of Tots. That's funny. Here, I'm going to go ahead and show this room real quick because I don't think I've shown it. This is one that I'm pretty happy with too. These are early ones. I haven't gotten too much into Happy Home Paradise. Been trying to do some other stuff on my island. And I do have a few big upgrades to work on, including my new orchard area. But I'm going to show this, and then, yeah, we'll probably start wrapping up, unfortunately. I know we just got raided, but we'll see. We'll see. Maybe we'll give it a little more time. This is the Woodsy home. I think this turned out really nice. Feels cozy. I liked the use of that partition there right by the bed. Made it feel like it kind of opened up the space somehow. Because I think a lot of low flat rooms with low flat furniture get very empty feeling, and it makes the room feel both more expansive but tinier, if that makes any sense. Also, yes, good to know that Miss Tater Tot has actually defeated that game several times. Right on. Lily, I need to go, but it was nice to meet you. Hope to catch another stream soon. Lily, thank you so much. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and thanks for coming on in. Kip B, hey. Oh my goodness.
Well, hold on to your
What?
hats. We're being raided.
What? We've got an RPG raid, Rage Paint Games. Welcome on in. Will the raids not stop? I love it. Oh my gosh. Good morning, Rage Paint Games. How are you doing? Oh, Sketch, good to see you. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's so cool. Thank you. Rage Paint Games, good to have you here. I'm going to lay down for a moment because I can't take all of this excitement. Oh my gosh. And then Kip B says, hey, I'm playing some Genshin Impact right now. Here to catch the end of the stream. Your voice is really soothing to listen to. Thank you, Kip B. Thank you so much for being here. Rage Paint Games, thank you for that raid as well. Goodness, I'm going to go ahead and just, while we're all here, scroll back and go through some of the excitement from today, because I can't believe this. We started our stream with a raid from Geeks, Freaks, and Video Games, which then went on to a raid from Let's Jays, to a raid from The Lion Live, to a raid from Simply Press Start, to a raid from Rage Paint Games. That's 5 raids in one stream in just a couple of hours. I can't thank you enough. Thank you so much for all of that love and support and for being here. And we also had quite a few people follow us today too, and thank you so much for that. We had Game Guy, Press Boy, Retro Underground, Calco, the Dragon Games, Burb, the Lion, Hello, I'm Shady J, Crystalco, Rivendell Lily, Miss Tater Tot now, and Kitby. Oh my goodness.
Thanks for joining the Friends of Mana.
Thank you so much. And thanks, Animate Barrel, for gifting some subscriptions too. That is super kind. I really appreciate all of that. All of this support tonight. Thank you so much. Or today. I'm still not used to saying, I still say tonight. I typically stream it at night, but yeah. Yay, my sound alert here says. Yes, indeed it was. Oh my goodness. And I feel like that might be a little too low. I'm going to raise it just a touch there. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you both. And Maui click right there. Awesome. Well, how was your stream? How was your stream? I hope it was good. And hey, for anyone who is new around here, just to let you know, you can find me on some of the other places online, including YouTube, Twitter. I'm on Discord. I also have a website, artofmana.com. So feel free to join me there if you would like. And we're going to get back into the game here with a little bit of a tour of some of these. And you were playing It Takes Two together. Nice. I've heard that's a fun one, Rage Paint Games. Or Sketch. Or Maui. Or both. Let's see. We'll get out of here and head back to the island for a moment. And start wrapping things up. All right. There's that. Memory Martin says, ooh, you know what, Mana? We should raid Dio. I think he's doing Fall Guys. Ooh, Fall Guys. That is a cool game for sure. That could be on the agenda. Let's see if he's still online when we're getting ready to raid. I'll take a look at my raid list here. Also, I think I have to look at some streamers from Club Tortimer. See if any of our friends there are online. Uh-oh, I just realized it's probably going to force me... Oh no, all good. It finishes up the being a worker right there. So, okay. So It Takes Two is... Oh, I'm trying to remember that one. I think it's the one I'm thinking of, but I think it's... I can't remember. It's definitely a game that involves two people cooperatively. Let me just pull it up really quickly. Let's see here. Ender Jess. Oh yeah, Ender Jess. That's true. Yeah. A friend of mine, NJ Coffee Junkie, is streaming. She's a PG streamer. Has had a rough week, and a raid might cheer her up. Oh. Well, Animate Barrel. Not family friendly, just PG. But you know what? I can definitely understand tough weeks. And honestly, in the spirit of tough weeks, we've had some tough stuff happening. That might be a good thing too. So we'll keep that in mind here. Let's see. I was doing something. What was I doing? Oh yeah. I wanted to look at It Takes Two. What is this game? It Takes Two. Hazelight Studios. Let's see here. Is it the one I'm thinking of? Yes, okay. There we go. All right. It is the one I'm thinking of. Oh boy. What is going on here? That's interesting. Is it meant to be? Woo! Oh, Nelly. Boy, this website is lagging out for me. I don't know if that's... Oh, I wonder why that is. Hold on. It's a cool website, but I'm not sure why it's giving me such issues at the moment. Let's try just going... well, let's see here. It's on the Switch, too, if I recall. Let me close a couple things down real quick. I'm so glad that you enjoyed seeing those homes. I really do. I am glad to hear that. Okay, hold on. Let's go straight to maybe the Steam profile. Because unfortunately that website is just really laggy for me. Or maybe this will actually give us some info. Here we go. There we go. This looks better. I'll show this one off. So, give me a second here. There we go. It Takes Two. So, this is a game which apparently has gotten some really good reviews. Wow. And I believe it does deal with some pretty heady topics. It is a 2-player game. It looks beautiful. One thing's for certain, in It Takes Two, we're better together. With Friends Pass, invite someone who you'd like to share this genre-bending, mind-blowing co-op only platform adventure with for free. That's cool. As Katie and May embark on a crazy journey built purely for two in couch co-op or online through Friends Pass. Gleefully disruptive gameplay. Master unique and connected character abilities with every new level. You'll never know what you're up against. I love that they're using these retro joysticks there on a system that looks very reminiscent of, say, an old Atari. A universal tale of relationships. Discover a metaphorical merging of gameplay and narrative in a lighthearted story of the hardships in getting along. I gotta play this. There's a little trailer there. Yeah, this might have to be a thing that we play at some point. I'm just gonna say it right now. That looks really, really cool. So, I'm a fan of games like that. Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons is a favorite of mine. And it kind of reminds me a little bit of that. So that's cool. All right. Well, we're going to have to definitely check that out later on here and see if that's something we want to do. But cool. Right on. That looks neat. Maui just had to buy it. Then I could play with him for free. We didn't need 2 copies like you usually do. That's really cool. Wow. It's about a married couple who's talking about separating and their little girl accidentally turns them into dolls. Oh, interesting. That's right. I did hear about that. Okay. Well, I might have to check that out. And you might just let me know if you've beaten it or not, if you would think it would be appropriate for this channel. Maybe some of the topics are a little too much. I don't know. We'll see. Rage Paint Games asks, can I share one funny clip with you from today's game, either in chat or in Discord? I think it will make you laugh. Feel free, both, in fact. And you know what? Since we said we were going to be doing this fishing tournament, I'm going to just do 1 round of the fishing tournament. And then get going. And then I actually really do have to get going for my haircut, so I will be gone after this, but here we go. Ready? Let's do this. I came in like a wrecking ball. Okay, we might actually show this clip on stream if it's... Is it appropriate? Any language in it or anything like that? Press Boy says, I played it. There's some dark moments and some cursing. Which, depending on when we stream it and how I present it, may be appropriate. If there's not too much, if I can censor it out, I might just do that. Chrono likes the clip, so I might have to pull this up on the stream and play it. A horse mackerel. Holy mackerel. All the flowers I have to deal with here. Oh, there we go. Come on, come on, come on. Look up. Wait. Here. Let's do it this way. Let's try it this way. There we go. Okay, my husband says maybe 2 cuss words. All right, well, so maybe I won't run it on the stream just now, but I'll definitely look at that. Can't wait to see that. I do enjoy me some funny clips. And by the way, if we could, once again, if I could just do a personal shout out here. Rage Paint Games actually is a talented video game developer couple of Total Sketch and Maui, who I've had the pleasure of having on an Isle Mana live stream, interviewing them. And they also shared their incredible Jurassic Park themed island, which is awesome. They're very talented Animal Crossing builders and super cool people. I'm so happy to have had them on the channel and to have connected with them. And I really enjoy seeing what they do with their streaming. I love their channel points redemption ideas. Their artwork for their emotes and everything is really impressive. Do go check them out. I think you'd like what you see. Ooh, there's a little fishy. Thank you, Scooter, for that shout out. And Scooter, by the way, I hope the rest of the stream last night was a blast. I hope you had fun. Were you able to beat Solid? I did lurk a little bit and saw that you had switched to Mario Party as well. We were playing some fighting games over on Dark Solid X's channel, Street Fighter games, and he introduced me to Street Fighter Third Strike, which is amazing. I never saw it before, but the passing frames for the animation and the pixel art is absolutely astounding. It holds up
Thank
to
you for
today.
joining the Friends of Mana.
Oh, Pulak, welcome on in. How are you doing? Thanks for that follow. Memory Martin reminds me to check my mail. I'll have to go ahead and do that. I forgot to ask, do you have any vegetables that I can have or any seeds? I still have stuff for you. Oh yeah, I don't have... Well, I have some vegetables, you might have seen. Tomatoes and carrots only. I can definitely do more exchanging. I'm hoping to get more. And maybe what we can do is, again, when I do my next Animal Crossing stream and have folks come over, we can exchange stuff. Dear Mana, here's a little something to commemorate the first fishing tournament of 2022. Peace and love, Memory Martin. Really? Let's take a look. What is it? Oops. Well, it's on the floor. And we drop it on the floor. Okay, hold on a second. Open. A mounted blue marlin. Yay! Oh, that's so cool. All right, I love those. Those are so neat. Let me see. I think I spelled commemorate wrong. It's all good. Scooter tells me the ESRB says It Takes Two is rated teen. The only thing I'd be worried about is language because it says a curse word similar to poop. Okay. Pulak asks if they can come to my island. Well, unfortunately, I am just about near the end, of the stream and about to get a raid going, but I would love to have you join for the future. There's the marlin right there. We're going to leave it right there for now. Why not? And one for butt as well. Rage Paint Game says, okay. So anyways, right now we are going to wrap up, but Pool, I don't know if it's Pool or Pulak. Welcome on in. Thank you so much for coming in. Sorry that we're just wrapping up like this, but I do have a haircut to get to. It's an appointment, so I have to make sure that I go and do that. But let's say this. Thank you all for coming. And we're going to go ahead and use our fancy fingers here to go like so. Boom, snap, and there we go. And let's take a look and see. What was your friend's name again? I would love to maybe check out that channel really quickly, Animate Barrel. Let's see. And just taking a look here at Club Tortimer, which Club Tortimer is the stream team I'm on, and that Crystal from Simply Press Start started. We do have, it's Rosapoo, Queen Claire, and Ender Jess are all streaming, all fantastic people for sure. That's really cool, actually. Ooh, it's hard. I want to sort of raid them, keep it in the group here, but let's see here. I think honestly, Club Tortimer for me feels like the type of group that really is supportive of folks and would probably appreciate rating somebody that that is going through a hard time here. Go get groomed and look fabuloso. Miss Tater Dot says thank you. And okay, NJ Coffee Junkie. Let's take a look. I might go ahead and check there. And Scooter's on that Club Tortimer team as well. Indeed. So let's just take a look here. I'm going to take a quick peek at the channel. But yes, there are some great people on Club Tortimer. I'm going to also Club Tortimer just share that link in the chat for all of you in case you are curious. Please feel free to go check out this stream team. I'm also a member of Family Friendly Live, and you can find links for that stream team down below. NJ Coffee Junkie is playing Let's Unpack Some Things, which is actually a very cool game that I've been interested in. They're a New Jersey girl living in a gaming world who streams every possible chance. Minecraft playing, fun at own expense, 1 cup at a time. There we go. Chicken Whisperer, Creeper Dance Partner, Coffee is my BFF. So I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to share this love with NJ Coffee Junkie. Dio is live as well, I believe. Still is a great suggestion. Definitely worth checking out Dio as well. So many good people. Unfortunately, I think we'll have to remember this. Next Saturday, it'll be great to be able, any Saturday morning streams. It'll be great to have new people we can raid now and more people. So definitely keep that in mind. There that is. Memory Martin, thank you so much. Ready with that Mana Splash raid. Thank you also for the suggestion for Dio. That is a really good suggestion. Dio is super cool. But we are going to go with this new friend. I can't stay long, so please give my regards. I will try to be there as much as I can. But let's get this going. Oh, hold on. The raid didn't work. Hold on a second. Try it again. Raid. Hold on. Why did that not work? That's really peculiar. Oh, a problem starting the raid. Huh. Couldn't tell you what's going on. Apparently we can't do the raid. It could be that Coffee Junkie has made it so that we aren't able to raid. That is an option in that you can actually select, and it also is to avoid hate raids and things like that. So they're doing an amazing job here making a music room. We're gonna go ahead then. I'm gonna just end the stream, and then I'll host NJ Coffee Junkie, and then we'll go over it and we'll call it a raid. But unfortunately, it's not working. So that's a disappointment. But so we will sort of officially doing, yeah, I guess, because someone I follow does that too. But we'll do it this way and keep it going. So we'll do our raid kind of manually. I think it'll work, and that should be good. So, friends, with that, I'll say thank you for joining me this Saturday morning. Do good, be well, stay safe and healthy. and I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.